BMT. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
Razor B on this track.
Yeah.
Baby mama terrorist. EMT. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. Riding around, try to play the role, Miss Innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake halos, behind closed doors, she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong, knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worrying about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
All stand, please. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. This honorable court now stands adjourned, sign it aye. God save the state and this honorable court.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I really thought that I would not be talking about Will Simp one more again. I thought maybe a few weeks from now I'll probably come with an update, but it seems like every day or every other day it's a new update when it comes to Will Simp. And every time I hear it, it just throws Will Simp under the bus. And I mean, every time I look around, it's not looking good for Will Simp. We're gonna talk about this today, but before we do, we gotta definitely give a moment of silence. We gotta give him a little moment of silence because this is a damn shame. It's a goddamn shame what happened to Flip. Yeah. But you know, let's definitely Will Simp. Let's definitely give him his silent moment. We all got it here today. Another simp gone down the drain. Another simp who shot the suckers with the wrong bitch. And now it seems like his career is over. He done fucked up his legacy. He thought trying to protect the hoe would give him some notoriety. He thought that slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars would give him some type of good sympathy, I guess. But I don't know. Because now that he did the shit, everybody has turned around and sucked him under the bus. Even his wife. No more Bad Boys 4. No more Hancock 2. Now he's ran off to rehab for therapy. You just can't make this shit up. Y'all simps is dying out. Oh, shit. Yeah. These simping forces at best. She's not even a woman, though. She's a baby mama terrorist. Well. It's the difference, y'all, between a woman and a baby mama terrorist. Yeah. Rest in peace, Gator. Shit. Let's get this motherfucker started, man.
All stand, please. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. This honorable court now stands adjourned, sine die. God save the state and this honorable court.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Man, y'all know what the fuck it is. Shit. You may be seeing this motherfucker. Shout out to the Baby Mama Terrorist Bounty Hunters. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer. And today we're going to have a good dialogue about Will Simp. Yes, Will Simp. Every time we look around, there's some breaking news. Whether it's the past coming back up to haunt him or some shit that he did or his wife did or even what Chris Rock did. You know, we're going to talk about this today because I want y'all to know that Chris Rock has hired the #1 law firm in New York. The #1 law firm in New York. And all of a sudden, he has the #1 firm in New York. Remember I told y'all what I would do. You remember what I told y'all, what I hope he did? I said, if I was him, I'll file a lawsuit against the Academy. A lot of y'all said he should file a lawsuit against the Academy and Will Simp. It might happen. It might happen. Because all of a sudden he's hiring the #1 top NYC law firm. Yeah, I don't think he did it just out the blue. I think this was something he feel he must do. Yeah. Now, right now, it ain't saying he's suing, but he hired him. So it ain't looking good for Will Simp. So we're gonna talk about this today. But yeah, motherfucker got the #1 leading law firm. Possible plans to sue Will Simp and the Oscars. You can't make this shit up. Now, didn't I tell all you dumb motherfuckers? I said Will Simp fucked up his shit because I would never get up and slap no comedian. Even if he talking about my wife that got cancer, I'm not finna get up and slap no comedian and make myself look like a fool and make shit worse than it had to be. Motherfuckers came and told me you weak. They said you a sucker. They say you must be a simp because you want to defend your wife or your daughter and all this shit and get a job and you broke, just say so, and all this bullshit. But you let a motherfucker make you react because your so-called wife rolled her eyes and looked a certain way, even though he laughed at the motherfucker. And now, because of this, you made Chris, I almost said Chris Brown, you made Chris Rock go up to here, and you made yourself go down here. And guess what? Your own wife said, I wish you would never slap Chris Rock. You can't make this shit up. Your own wife threw your ass under the bus. Your own wife. The same one you was trying to come to the defense for.
Here I come to save the day.
Yeah. So it's possible that a lawsuit is coming. It'll be coming around the mountain. It will come. It will coming around the mountain. It will come. Get your ass sued and pursued. Yes. Chris Rock hires NYC leading law firm, possible plans to sue Will Simp and the Oscars. Yeah. Shout out to the average bro for the 499. He said, breaking news, Will Simp has been banned from the Oscars for 10 years. Uh-oh. You for real, bro? You just saying that? Let me know. Let me know, because I'll search it right now before we get into the possible plans of the suit. Because I always say shit for last, what I talk about. But I wanted to show y'all that I'm not making no shit up. Ain't no lie. You know what I'm saying? It is true. Okay, let me go find that shit. Shout out to the average bro for the 499 and letting me know. Oh, it sounds like some Bill Withers going on with the Will Simp. Where that motherfucker at?
No sunshine.
Ain't no sunshine anytime.
Let me see something. Let me see. 10 years is a long time. Will Simp has been banned from the Oscars. I think they should have took his Oscar away, though. They should have took it back. That's what they should have did. Let's see. Yep. Let's talk about this first. Yep. 4 minutes ago, it was updated. Hey, man, I told you every time I look around, some shit throwing them under the bus, going under the bus. Y'all one line. Y'all right. When a man loves a hooker, he will shop at suckers to a stank hoe who mean no good. If she begs to be seated, he's been banned for 10 years. Oh, yeah, he's getting treated. Will Smith banned from attending the Oscars for 10 years after slapping Chris Rock on stage. In my opinion, man, you called it the wrong time, cuz. Hey, in my opinion, I think they should have took his Oscar. That would have been enough right there. You wouldn't have to give him 10 years. You could have took his Oscar. Could have just took his Oscar and called it a day. Let me make sure my shit on mute. So he banned from the Oscar for 10 years. This, y'all know who he is. Will Simp has been banned from attending the Academy Awards for the next decade after slapping Chris Rock during the ceremony last month. On Friday, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science CEO Don Hudson and President David Rubin said his board had determined that Simp's conduct during the 94th annual Oscar ceremony meant he would not be allowed to attend events or programs hosted by the organization for 10 years. This action we are taking today in response to Will Simp's behavior is a step toward a larger goal of protecting the safety of our performers and guests and restoring trust in the Academy. Hudson and Rubin wrote in a joint letter to Academy members obtained by NBC News. Initially, the Academy's board was set to convene on April 18th to discuss possible disciplinary actions and to determine if the actor should be banned or suspended from the organization. However, last week, Smith resigned from the Academy, calling his action shocking, painful, inexcusable, and in a public statement. Smith confronted Rock on stage after he made a joke about his close chopped hair. Jada Pinkett-Smith, Smith's wife, who has alopecia, a skin condition that can result in hair loss. After striking Rock, Smith returned to a seat and screamed profanities at his fellow star. The Los Angeles Police Department was ready to arrest Smith at the award ceremony Sunday, according to a producer of the show, but Rock declined to press charges. The Academy has said that Smith refused to leave the ceremony after he struck the comedian. However, there are conflicting reports about whether Smith was actually asked to leave or if it was just suggested that he depart before his award category was called. I really think that they suggested. I don't think they told him to leave. Somebody said, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Refresh. Somebody said, this is fake news. Shame on you. This is fake news. Andy Jones says fake news. Ain't no shame on me. Shame on NBC. That's where it come from. NBC. How's it shame on me? No, shame on NBC. If it's fake news, it's fake news. But I tell you what ain't fake. What ain't fake is Chris Rock hires NBC leading law firm possible plan to sue Will Simp in the Oscars. So, Andy Jones said there's only Will Smith, not Will Simp. That's your opinion. You're entitled to it and all that, but he's Will Simp over here. So you can call him Will Smith. I call him Will Simp over here. So he's Will Simp over here. Somebody else said CNN reported too, not fake. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep reading it because I don't think it's fake either. CNN reported it too. Then yeah, it ain't fake. Will Simp is the nigga name. You come on my motherfucking platform, the nigga name is Will Simp. You don't like the name being called Will Simp, you know what you can do. You already know what you can do. All you gotta do is just get off the motherfucking show, go on about your business. But it's Will Simp over here. So y'all want to call him Will Smith, you call him all you want. But if motherfucker you don't like what I say over here, I'm gonna tell you what you can do. All you gotta do is bag up off the page and go on left to the motherfucking sunset. That's all you gotta do. Cause you telling me what the fuck his name is, already tell you off the top. You know how Reverend X mean.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Not at all. So let me finish this shit about good old Will Simp of Bel Air. The Los Angeles Police Department was ready to arrest Smith at the award ceremony. Wait, did I read that? Yeah, I read that part. However, there are conflicted reports about whether Smith was actually asked to leave or if it was just suggested that he depart before his award category was called. Smith apologized to the Academy and his fellow nominees during his acceptance speech and apologized to Rock via social media the day of the ceremony. That's why I don't take that apology seriously. So you apologize to all your fellow nominees, you apologize to the Academy, you apologize to the Williams family, King Richard's family, all on TV. But then when it comes to apologizing to Rock, you go on IG. You can't make this shit up. Yeah. So Rock, meanwhile, has refrained from commenting too deeply on the slap. He told the crowd at the comedy show last week in Boston that he was still processing what happened. I ain't gonna read all that. So that's all y'all need to know. The shit is true. It's not fake news. It's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real. So I didn't know nothing about this till my bro told me that they banned him for 10 years. It is true. This is what I wanted to talk about. This I wanted to talk about. This is what I want to talk about. But yes, Will Smith has been banned for 10 long years. All because he thought that getting up and slapping a comedian in front of the world was the right thing to do. Bill Withers, would you speak your piece?
Keep on using me until you use me up.
So, like I said, it's a possible plan, but all of a sudden he has the NYC leading law firm. It's a real coincidence, but let's read what he got to say. Comedian Rock may be planning to file a huge lawsuit. MTO News had confirmed that yesterday Chris Rock was discovered inside one of the largest procedural law firms in the country. A person who worked at the company told MTO News that Chris is a new customer for the company. The white shoe law firm that Chris chose to work for has handled some of the biggest lawsuits in history, including those involving Google, the NFL, and Microsoft. The move could signal that Chris is exploring a potential lawsuit against Will Semp, the Academy Award, or both. A law firm insider told MTO News Chris is in an office meeting with partners from a litigation team. Chris Rock rang people. While the insider couldn't say for sure what Chris discussed with the lawyers, the insider suggested it was a big deal. The tipper added, whatever they're saying is huge, based on the number of attorneys at the meeting. Chris Rock was slapped while presenting the award at this year's Oscars. Since the slap, Chris has been mocked on social media for responding to Will Semp in what has been called soft. Excuse me, let me just swallow right quick. And yes, even though they talk about Will Smith, call him Will Semp, call him a sucker, call him a fool, an idiot, a dummy, a nigga, and everything else, they are still mocking Chris, calling him soft, calling him weak, calling him a sucker, saying he a punk, and all these things. So I think he had probable cause to file a lawsuit toward the Academy and good old Will Semp. Good old Will Semp. It's possible. It's looking good. It's looking good. I'm telling you. I want to give a shout out to Perfect Blackness for the $5 donation. They said Chris Rock about to get the bag. Yeah, he is. He already getting sold out shows left and right, and he ain't even. And they say the last show he just did, he told people, "Hey, if you came to hear me talk about Will Semp, he say he ain't doing it." So, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think that Will Semp gonna like lose his career. I just think he's just gonna be hitting the wall right now. You know what I mean? I don't see his shit going down the drain. You know what I mean? I don't think his career is like over. I just think at this right now he's going through the phase and he's gonna try to find a way to bounce back. But what I also want y'all to do is to understand why is all this shit coming into play. I see we got some alphabets up in here. Now, if you up in here and you an alphabet, I have no problem with you being an alphabet. But when you start talking that you know, shit that we don't do, we straight males and females over here. We don't do twists and turns with other men and shit. You could come in here, you can speak your piece when it comes to this, but don't come with no off the wall rainbow shit over here. Because if not, then what's gonna happen is you're gonna get the Reverend X and you'll be out this motherfucker faster than a rabbit gets fucked.
Cut that bitch off.
That's what's gonna happen. So don't do none of that. We don't do that here. Like I say, anybody can come in here. You could be alphabet, you could be a baby mama Taz, you could be a feminist. You more than welcome, but we don't do alphabet over here. So if you alphabet gang, you can come over here and speak your piece as adults when we talk about this, but don't come with no Fruity Loop shit over here. We don't do that because I swear to God, your ass would be banned faster than a rabbit gets fucked. Shout out to Scarface. Yeah, but we don't do that over here. Go to Black Lives Matter with that shit. We don't do Black Lives Matter shit. We don't do that. So any moderators in here, if you see a motherfucker come with some off the wall ass alphabet ass shit, I'm telling you ahead of time, you ain't even gotta ask me.
Cut that bitch off.
Real quick. We don't do alphabet over here. Go over there to the Democrats somewhere. So yeah, like I was saying though, I want y'all to understand that there's a lot of factors to all this shit that's happened to Will Simp. One, he was being a reactor, not a thinker. And what I tell y'all, as men, we got to be thinkers and not reactors. Two, he don't have a real wife. He don't have a real woman. He don't have a supporter. He has a manipulated narcissist, baby mama terrorist type. That's separated from being a real woman, because a real wife or a real significant other would have stopped him from going over there to slap that man or whatever he was going to do. But she actually egged it on with the look on her face. That's how programmed that he is. She ain't got to say nothing. He just make a face and he jump up and do whatever he going to do and come back, thought he was doing something. This dude really thought that everybody's going to look at Chris Rock as the villain. He really did. Just like a lot of people up in here actually thought that Will Smith or Will Simp did the right thing. He did not do the right thing. Now, shit, he could have checked him. Yeah, he could have checked him, but he could have checked him behind the scenes. He could have said, hey, man, I need you to apologize to my wife because, hey, she got this going on and we friends, we known each other. You please apologize to her, something like that. But no, you thought smacking him and used I did it because it was my wife getting disrespected. You thought I was going to shine on you and look bad with Chris Rock. But since Chris Rock is a comedian, and since this alopecia is not a deadly disease like motherfuckers trying to lie and say, it made you look real bad. Made you look real bad. So I want y'all to check this out. Did y'all know that where's that motherfucker at? Did y'all know that his family, it's allegedly that the family is saying that he might never fully repair trust. Will Smith Oscar scandal has been a nightmare for his family. He might never fully repair trust. Do you know, basically his whole family is throwing him under the bus. You can't make this shit up. His family is throwing this man under the bus. That's fucked up. The family. His wife threw him under the bus. We saw that. She, but the family say he might never fully repair trust. Let's read this one. Because after I read this, I got two more to read for y'all. Actually, one more. You know he put himself in rehab? Do y'all know he put himself in rehab? He went to a high-level, uppity-ass rehab. But I want y'all to read along with me. Affecting them all. The fallout from Will Smith's altercation with Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars is taking the toll on the King Richard star's family as they await the results of the Academy. It's been a nightmare for everyone. A close source of the family exclusively tell US Weekly. Will knows the road to redemption is going to be a long and painful one. And there's a part of him that's grown to accept that he'll never be able to fully repair the damage that was caused. The Smith's family, including wife Jada Pinkett-Smith, sons Trey, who's 29, and Jaden, 23, and daughter Willow, 21, have avoided explicitly commenting on the situation in order to avoid attraction even more attention. They know the best course of action is to straight tight lip. The insider said the only healer is time. That's not true because Jaden came out and said, I think he said in the tweet, he wouldn't have no other way. He was condoning what his dad did. So that's not true. Jaden spoke out on it. This is all them together. His wife, his daughter, his son, and his oldest son. Now, if you notice, he's the son from the first marriage. So, and you can see the difference. You can see the difference. Everything Will Smith and his family have said about Chris Rock's slap after the Oscars, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, alone 53, made headlines on March 27 when he slapped Chris Rock, who was 57. I didn't know Chris Rock was that old. He's 57 during the ceremony. As the comedian was presented an award, he made a joke about Pinkett-Smith, who aged 50, appearing in G.I. Jane 2, referring to her shaved head. While the Matrix actress rolled her eyes, Smith stormed the stage and slapped Rock before returning to his seat and telling him to keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. The Philadelphia native apologized for his behavior while tearfully accepting the Best Actor Oscar for his work in King Richard. I'm being called on in my life to love people and protect people and to be a river to my people. An emotional Smith said at the time, I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to my fellow nominees. But love will make you do crazy things. And I told you this before. Anytime a man or a woman tell you that love make you do crazy things, please leave them alone. Please cut them off. Please wash your hands and move on and stay away from that motherfucker. Because when they tell you that love makes you do crazy things, that means they will jeopardize your life and their own life and whoever else around you's lives. It's not worth it. So anytime you hear somebody say love will make you do crazy things, you leave their ass alone. What does Will Smith's Academy resignation mean to the Oscars incident? The following day, the Getting Jiggy With It rapper publicly apologized to Rock for his unacceptable and inexcusable reaction at the awards show. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in the world of love and kindness, Smith wrote in the statement via Instagram. Why he didn't do it on stage? Why he had to wait to go on IG? And I don't think he wrote that. Shout out to Perfect Blackness for the $5 donation. He said, Will Smith needs to divorce Jada and completely cut off all the ungrateful elements of his family, especially Willow, to regain himself. You can't make this shit up. And I agree. Anytime you wish for a dead man to come back so you can make your mom and yourself happy, you don't like your father. You can't make that shit up. That's some shit. Is that it? Okay. He continued, I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richards family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. Pinkett-Smith seemingly reacted to the incident on March 29th when she shared a quote on Instagram that read, "This is the season for healing, and I'm here for it." Full of shit. Will leave Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith's romance first meeting to the Oscars 2022. That same day, Willow shared a quote and on her own via Instagram reading, "You know who's going through a lot right now. Literally everyone. Just be kind." On Saturday, April the 2nd, she shared some philosophical musing via Twitter that some fans interpreted as a response to a father's Oscar scandal. The meaning of life is found in challenge. Willow wrote, "Life is a series of reactions." Sound like that's what she talking about to me. Shout out to Julius Mays for the $2. And they said Will Simp need to get out the Wild Wild West. Shout out to you, my brother. The Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. Oh, okay, that's it. The Wild Wild West. West. The Wild Wild West. Yeah, I remember that shit. Now, Will Smith's biggest fear is being fully canceled. So what I'm going to do, Will Smith, let me see. Will Smith goes to rehab, checks in rehab. That's fucked up. He checked into rehab. I'm just gonna show y'all the title. I ain't about to read that, but I just want y'all to know. You can look up yourself because it's a lot to read. Will Smith admitted to a luxury rehab clinic after Chris Rock Oscar slap. A Hollywood source has spoken to British outlet The Sun, saying that the actor will get help dealing with stress after his slapping of Chris Rock. So now he's going to rehab. Yeah, he's going to rehab. But let me explain something to y'all. It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. One slap had led all this. But I will say it didn't start from there. It did not start from there. We got to go back to Will Simp and, his wife, Jada Pinkett. See, he married somebody that did not want him. He married somebody that really did not want to get married to him. She was never happy with him. It was opportunity. He had money. He had fame, notoriety. She didn't have that. Her mother made her or manipulated her to marry him because she said to the world that she wanted to see her get married, as she's alive. But I really think it was to catch that bag. What do y'all think? Her mama made her get married. I'm gonna tell y'all once and I'm gonna tell y'all again. Do not time out nobody in my chat unless I'll let you know and I'll give you the word. Don't time nobody out unless I give you the word. If I don't give you the word, don't time them out. Don't time nobody out of here. Shout out to Dallas D for the 999. Divorce Jada is all the rehab he needs. Shout out to you. Oh, yes. Nah, Will Simp. No, nobody put a gun to his head. He made a choice to marry somebody that didn't want him from the get-go. That's on him. But we got to talk about what led up to all this, because he's been suffering through this marriage, and they've been married for 25 years, 24 years. He's not going to divorce her. He's going to stay around for better, for worse, to the day he died. She would divorce him before he divorced her. We all can agree with that. So that's not going to happen. I need to look up something right quick. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. He already said it. They said bad marriage for life. So I want y'all to check this out. Some of y'all seen this before on the last episode when I talked about Will Simp, but I want y'all to understand that Will Simp put himself in a losing battle. One, he married somebody that didn't want him. They really didn't give a shit about him. She was not about being a submissive wife or a traditional wife. She always talked that independent, strong, don't need nobody to speak up for me. I don't need to be led. I don't need to be protected. She said this shit. But yet, you got a lot of people, especially in the black community, I will sit back and tell you, protect all women, all black women at all costs, when the majority of these motherfuckers don't deserve to be protected. Their action shows. They out here trying to fight men. They out here spitting on men. They out here trying to cause harm and havoc in the community. They out here trying to throw they toddler out to the street in front of a truck and shit like that. These motherfuckers don't deserve to be protected. You know what I mean? And as far as Will Simp, he got a lot of issues that he never dealt with. And that's why I tell y'all, just because you got a lot of money, just because you famous, just because you got fame, and just because you got shine, you up here in the air, if you don't have a peace of mind, you don't have nothing. I told y'all, peace of mind is gold. If you don't have a peace of mind, then you don't have nothing. I'm just keeping it real with you. All you think you have celebrities that got all this money commit suicide because that money didn't serve no purpose. It didn't help them. They thought being rich was going to change the game of their situation. No, they never bothered to get themselves fixed, get some therapy, anything. So that's why I'm not surprised, but that's why I will say I am surprised that you simp forces or you sucker ass goofies will actually say that Will Simp was in the right for doing what he was doing. And look at it now. I wonder y'all still feel the same way that it was justified him doing what he doing. And for those that still say it's justified, that's because you ain't got shit anyway. You ain't got nothing to lose. You know? Moonflower say, we respect our men in the community. I come from, and I thank God for that. Well, I'm glad you do, because you got some black women that do support men, but the majority of them don't. Majority of them are baby mama terrorism and baby mama terrorists. That's why community still destroyed to this day. That's why the community will always be a natural disaster until they all die out and we start all over again. That's who raised these simping forces. That's who raised these Will Simps. You know what I'm saying? That's who create these Pookies and Ray Rays that y'all want to call. These the ones who vote for Joe Biden. These the ones who keep the man out the house. These the ones who run to the court for fair relationship and divorce. Yeah. So, I mean, we all know this, but y'all want to sit back and say it's not true. It's white supremacy doing it. No, white supremacy is the one you had a kid with. White supremacy is the one you lay in the bed with. And white supremacy is the one you divorced. See, they the right hands of white supremacy. So while y'all talking about white supremacy, you got a long way to go. You got to fix home first. I want to give a shout out to XL Pro for the $5 cash app. He said, when sipping for 304s goes wrong, you ain't never lied. I want to give a shout out to Parker ME for the $6 Cash App. Great content. Appreciate you, my sister. That's why I tell y'all, I want to definitely give a shout out to all the women who understand exactly what I be talking about when I talk about these baby mama tears, this unjust system, these civic forces and feminism and so on, because y'all got sons that y'all actually give a shit about. Y'all actually care about your son. Y'all actually got husbands and fathers who went through the fuckery and bullshit when it comes to this unjust system and these baby mama tears. A lot of y'all was raised by a baby mama tears mother, and y'all saw for what it was. You have grandmothers on here, and you have sisters that care about their brothers who's going through the trenches with one of these baby mama terrorists. I want to give a shout out to Robert Watkins for the foul out. They said Jada and that family is going to run Will to an early grave site. You are witnessing a predatory family. You ain't never lied. Shout out to you, brother. You ain't never lied. So what I want to do, I want you to understand Jada's dad, I don't know, but Jada's mom said that her dad raped her when they was married. So that already told me what type of mother she was and what the fuck she was talking. And I see the apple don't fall too far from the tree. She said it on that Red Table Talk. Go back and look it up. Just Google it. It ain't no lie. I ain't making it up. Yep. So, what you're going to hear is like kind of the history. I did this some days back, but there's new people here. Y'all hit the like button. Please subscribe and definitely support this channel. This is some Cows Gang, real shit going on today. This is fair use. This is used for criticism, news reporting, teaching, and even some jokey jokes at times. I want y'all to see this part where it's broke down on a relationship with Will and Jada. Will Simp made a choice to marry somebody that never wanted him, never cared for him at all. But before we do that, I want to give a shout out to Clifford Burns as he speaks his piece. Christmas Eve, y'all.
Christmas Eve, and they're calling my lawyer for 2 payments, telling him there's a warrant going out for his arrest. Where does he live? I got a fucking apartment in the post office box because I don't want people bothering me anymore.
He was like a magnet. It was like once you paid.
Jada is talking about Tupac for y'all who don't know. She gonna speak her piece about Tupac right quick. This was back in 2010 because she was really in love with Pac. People trying to make excuses and all that shit. Nah, she was in love with Pac. She loved Pac way more than she loved probably any man. Let's check her out.
He was like a magnet. It was like once you paid attention to him, he kind of sucked you in. And we hit it off from that moment on. He was one of my best friends. He was like a brother. And sorry. He was I mean, it was beyond friendship for us, as far as just, it's really difficult to explain because.
Before I let her continue, I just want y'all to know, do y'all remember when, what's her name? Tiffany Haddish. Do y'all remember when Tiffany Haddish said that Jada Pinkett was hurt? She was saddened when Chris Rock called her G.I. Jane, made that joke. This is hurt. If you look at her face back in 2010 about Tupac, this was hurt. Crying. In pain. That's how she should have looked at the motherfucking Oscars. But instead, she rolled her eyes and frowned up. But all you motherfuckers trying to say her feelings was hurt. Nah, when you mention Tupac to her, her feelings is hurt. See, Pac was her sky daddy. Pac was her sky daddy. And she will go across the ocean for him. I will cross the ocean for you. Shout out to Brown Hornet 1975 for the 499. He says, Salute, Mr. Palmer. You see how Jada threw Will under the bus? Now she's asking her Sky Daddy why did Will smack Chris like that? Shake my head. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that too. I mentioned that a couple days ago. Yeah, she threw him under the bus. Shout out to Brown Hornet. Yeah, this is hurting pain. Yeah, Sky Daddy, this is hurting pain. See, she wasn't doing that at the war show. She was pissed off, mad, in the feelings, salty, or whatever. This is pain. But everybody come out, he should have smacked Chris Rock. You see she was in pain. You see she was hurting. You see she was sad. Yeah, okay. I'm going to let Denzel speak with Malcolm X right quick.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Yeah. Let's continue.
The type of relationship we had, you only get that once in a lifetime. You only get that once in a lifetime. You only get that once in a lifetime. So he was like a brother, father figure to me. Very protective, and we took really good care of each other. We took really good care of each other, the best that we could.
I really want to learn how to love.
Now that was just a quick snippet of her talking about Tupac. Now what we finna talk about is Jada on her rehab, her red carpet shit, where she talk about she want to learn to love. How can you marry somebody that don't know how to love? Yeah, fake ass tears. But let me ask y'all this, men and women, how do you marry somebody that don't know how to love?
I can't see you though, bitch.
Not at all. I can't see her with that bullshit. I'm just saying, how do you marry somebody that don't know how to love? For y'all women who looking for love, and y'all get with a guy who is full of rage, hate, no emotional feelings because maybe his baby mama Terrence who raised him hate, you know what I'm saying? All he knows is hate, hurt, and pain. And you marry him because you thought you was going to change him. You thought maybe you can 360 degree his ass. But then when shit don't go the way you thought, now you want to say he was a piece of shit, he was this and that, but you don't take no accountability that you chose this motherfucker when you knew what you was dealing with in the first place. Or maybe because he had more money at the time. He was he didn't have no love, but he had money. He had a career that could make you look good. Y'all could be a power couple. You see what I'm saying? And again, let's go to the men. What about you men to get with some woman because, well, we got, let's be real, we come with some shit too. You know, that ass though. I'll let my man say it. We get a lot of us do it because
That ass though, right?
we do it because she got more money. We do it because maybe we can build a power couple, you know what I'm saying? Be a power couple together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because she do holler, she's a pro-black person. She wear her natural hair. You know what I mean? Maybe because she say she's a Christian, she go to church every Sunday. But we really don't know who we dealing with. But then we get married or have a kid with this person. Now all of a sudden, all the true colors come out. Now it's too late. We fucked up. Or let's talk the simp shit. We try to turn a hoe to a housewife. Yeah, she's a hoe, but she got potential. And if I school her, I could save her, and I could turn around and make her my housewife, and she convert over. Well, I'm gonna let Reverend X respond to that.
You fucking income fucking poop.
You can't turn no hoe to a housewife. You can't shake a hoe out of the tree and expect an angel to fall down. I'm gonna say it one more time. You can't shake a hoe out of the tree and expect an angel to fall down. These hoes love the streets. These hoes do not want to be married because they don't have to. They don't want a traditional marriage. They don't want a lead. White, black, blue, green. They do not. They want to catch a bag. They want to be able to do what they want to do and get theirs from you when they feel like it. So for everybody that run around talking about that every woman's a queen, a goddess, and Mother Earth and Mother Nature, you a motherfucking lie. And these motherfuckers tell you every day on social media and tell you in their face that I don't need you, I don't want you, I'm a hoe and I'm still gonna get mine. Because they got a simple force and government daddy look out for these motherfuckers. Shout out to David for the 499. He said Will and Jaden are filming Karate Kid in 2010 while Jada doing interviews crying over Pac. Hashtag Cows Gang, Cows Gang, Cows Gang. Yeah, that's when the movie, that's when they were doing the movie. So that's why I say, if this don't show you that they relationship was fucked from the jump, I don't know what will. But now if I let you hear her say, she trying to find love. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I want to feel what love is. Shout out to Foreigner. She want to find out what love is in 2021. Let's continue.
The best that we could.
I really want to learn how to love.
But I know what it isn't.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just on the journey of really understanding what love is.
Yeah.
Will and Jada briefly met when she auditioned to play the role of his character's girlfriend on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The role was given to Nia Long instead. Later on, when Will saw Jada on A Different World, he realized he was extremely attracted to her. Despite being married to Cherie Zampino at the time, they also shared a son named Trey. Will revealed on an episode of Red Table Talk that while out to dinner with Cherie, he went into the restroom and realized he was married to the wrong woman, but he didn't believe in divorce. He stated, "I went back out, sat down with Cherie, and started going back on with my life." It wasn't until Cherie decided to end their marriage that Will pounced on Jada. He asked her if she was seeing anyone, and when she said no, Will replied, "Cool, you're seeing me now." From there, Jada moved from Baltimore to California, and they began dating while Will finalized his divorce and worked on co-parenting with Cherie. By 1995, Will was officially a single man, and his and Jada's relationship continued, although they spent a lot of time apart due to their work commitments. After 2 years of dating, Jada found out she was pregnant with their son, Jaden. 29-year-old Will popped the question in late 1997 with a $250,000 engagement ring, and 26-year-old Jada accepted his proposal under duress. During an episode of Red...
I want y'all to hear it again, that part where she said she accepted the proposal under duress. And y'all know about that, because when you're dealing with family court and these baby mama tears, a lot of that shit, they make you try to sign them paperwork and documents shit under duress. That's why when you sign the motherfucker, you sign it because you was under duress. You was forced. So she basically said she was forced. I want y'all to hear this shit, because I want to let y'all know this is what happens when you marry somebody that don't want your ass, that really don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Moonflower say, how do you not know what love is when you have children? Because a lot of these baby mama tears do not love their children. Majority of these motherfuckers have kids for the wrong reasons. Majority of them have them because that's what the man wanted. And since he wanted it, I gave it to him. But since I'm giving it to him, because she think that's you doing him a favor, I'm entitled to get half his money and live the same lifestyle he lived if we break up. Alimony, child support, and all this shit. That's why they don't love their kids, because they don't love themselves. Hell, they ain't love their own father. So that's why a lot of these motherfuckers have kids for the wrong reason. That's why you see more single motherism than anything. I want y'all to hear that shit again, under duress.
After 2 years of dating, Jada found out she was pregnant with their son, Jaden. 29-year-old Will popped the question in late 1997 with a $250,000 engagement ring, and 26-year-old Jada accepted his proposal under duress. During an episode of Red Table Talk, Jada said she never wanted to get married, but she was under a lot of pressure because she was young and pregnant. It was her mom, Adrienne, who pushed her into tying the knot. Adrian said since Jada was her only child, she was worried she would never have the experience of seeing her daughter get married.
That's bullshit. Her mama wanted her to get married because he was rich. He gave her a $250,000 ring, and she knew that she would reap the benefits just like the daughter would reap the benefits. Yeah, duress. Yep, under duress, meaning you was forced. That's not coming off you. It's from somebody else. You was made to. You forced. So yeah, mama pushed her to marry him. Now she says she's doing it because she wanted to get married and see it in her lifetime. Nah, she did it because, hey man, it's an opportunity. You got some money. I understand you don't like him, but shit, marry him anyway. No. That $250,000 ring, girl, you better marry that man. He gonna take care of you. He gonna look out for you. Let's continue.
Jada decided to go through with it, but she didn't want a typical wedding, and Will admitted in his memoir that he pressured her into having a traditional ceremony. He wrote, "This would be the first of many compromises Jada would make over the years that painfully negated her own values." 1 month after the proposal, they got married at a private New Year's Eve ceremony in Baltimore in front of 100 guests. Jada said she was about 3 months pregnant during the ceremony. She was dealing with morning sickness and was being very unpleasant and uncooperative the entire day. Not only was she feeling unwell, but she didn't even want to be there. She said, "I was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I cried the whole way down the aisle." Many brides
I just want y'all to hear that again. She said she didn't want to do no traditional wedding. She said she cried all the way down the aisle. So I'm letting y'all know, when you see your woman that you're going to marry cry down the aisle, just know it's not because of tears of joy. It might be because she don't want to marry your ass, but she doing it to get your livelihood. You can't make this shit up. And y'all wonder why that the divorce race is what it is today. I'm telling you. Will Smith was doomed from day one, and he knew it, but he didn't care. That's why I say it's his fault. He signed up to this shit, even though she didn't want him like that. She cried going down the aisle because she didn't want to do this in the first place. The mom made her do it. Yeah, Jada Pinkett's mom remind me of Robin Givens' mother too. They pushed the issue. Marry Mike Tyson, get yours. Marry Will Smith, get yours. Let's continue.
was she feeling unwell, but she didn't even want to be there. She said, "I was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I cried the whole way down the aisle." Many brides experience pre-wedding jitters since marriage is a major life transition. But a wedding therapist named Landis Behar told Insider website that bad nerves can indicate the person isn't ready for marriage or that they're marrying the wrong person. From that point on, Will has explained what it's like to be married to a woman that didn't want to get married in the first place. Jada didn't even want to take on the tradition of taking his last name. In a Facebook post, she wrote that she feared she would be criticized for failing to be an independent woman by sticking to tradition.
I'm going to tell y'all again. Anybody that you're engaged to that tell you she want to keep her last name and put the dash on all that shit, that's feminism at best. You don't marry her, you drop her ass, get rid of her. I don't give a fuck how much money she got, because it's not gonna work. She's gonna be dictating and running the household and telling you that she wear the pants in the motherfucker. She did not want to take his last name because she didn't want nobody talking about her, showing that she's not independent. See, when you hear them motherfuckers talking about they strong and independent, you run away. That's what she said. That was she said. She did not want to drop her name because she was worried about what everybody else gonna say. And if you're dealing with somebody that's worried about what everybody else gonna say, she's not for you. She's for what everybody else says. You can't make this shit up. Yeah, he married the wrong woman twice. Yes, he did. Yep. Ain't that a bitch? Shout out to Dallas D, Melanated and Candid Productions for the 1999. Said, sounds like the Uber moms that was driving their daughters to R. Kelly's crib for the bag. You can't make this shit up. And I know a lot of y'all saying it wasn't Tupac. Yep, I agree with that. Let's definitely get the likes up. We got 409 people in here. We got 208 likes. Let's definitely get the likes up at least 300. That's one thing that is free. I want to also give a shout out to, I just had this shit. I want to give a shout out to, hold on, let me get back to it. I want to give a shout out. Hold on, let me get to it. This brother. I want to give a shout out to Worldwide Fish in 1968 for the $6 cash app. Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, this collection play Friday. Definitely look at it. I'm trying to update my couch. You know, I've been sleeping on this motherfucker for almost a year now. I definitely got to get an upgrade. But I just want y'all to understand that this don't just go on in the black community. This been going on in the white community way before it was going on in the black community. So I'm just letting y'all know, a lot of you men who's going through this no-fault divorce, that's 72%, 75%, is because they never wanted you in the first place. See, you married for love. You married because you wanted to build a legacy, a dynasty, and a family, and you wanted the family tree to go through all these generations of life. But most of these baby mama terrorist feminists with this independent ideology, they married you because you had something to offer and something for them to gain for. The tradition of these baby mama terrorists do the same shit. No fault divorce, alimony or spousal support, child support, primary custody. It's the same step. White, Hispanic, black, Chinese, Japanese, Indian go through the same shit in the United States of America and also in these other European countries that deal with family court. You can't make this shit up. But I'm a dumb nigga out Cottage Grove. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm a nigga with a fuck child support hat on. What the fuck do I know? Right? Yeah. You can't make this shit up. Then you wonder why the kids are ruined. You wonder why the community in the black community is ruined. You wonder why our kids are destroyed and steady being destroyed because most of these motherfuckers have kids for the wrong reasons, like they get married for the wrong reasons. You can't make this shit up. It's so funny that 72 or 75% of women file no-fault divorce. But yet, they get rewarded primary custody or sole custody, child support, and possible spousal support or alimony. But when you go in that courtroom, man, you are the one looking like the monster, the bad guy, the piece of shit, the abuser, the rapist, and everything else. And they going off what she said, hearsay. Because in family court, they go off hearsay. You ain't got to have proof. It's hearsay when it comes to these baby mama terrorists. It's no different than this here. So I'm telling y'all men who not married, this could happen to you. 9 times out of 10. This could happen to you. You married the wrong person thinking that you could change her, fix her, or thinking she's with you for love. She's really with you for opportunity and what she can get from you. I told y'all, if you look at the stats, women will date a man that she's not attracted to see how far she can go without fucking him versus a man dealing with a woman that they're not attracted to. You can't make this shit up. See, I know y'all don't like that shit because like I'm trying to tell y'all, see things for what it is. Stop going along, listen to what your mama said and your simp ass daddy and start seeing the shit that's been out here for a long time that y'all was trying to shine away from.
Truth is what it is.
Truth is what it is. No matter how you try to escape it, run from it, duck, stop, drop, and roll, it ain't never gonna change. You got majority of these motherfucking feminists with this ideology of independent and strong, even though they want to live off your dime and take your children that they don't give a fuck about. Our punk ass court system will actually give them everything they want because straight men are we just what they call it, we're exposable. We're exposable, whatever you call that shit. They don't give a fuck about us. Now, if you're an alphabet, that's different. But they don't give a fuck about her. They don't give a fuck about these bitches either. But they know they get a lot of capital gain from these motherfuckers. See, men, especially black straight men, are the enemy. Okay, expendable. Thank you. You know, I'm a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. I forget. Disposable, we expendable. Yeah, we both. Yeah, we both. So I just want y'all to understand that even though it's talking about some Will and Jada, even though it's some celebrity gossip or celebrity shit, this been going on in the community for a lot of years. And it's gonna continue to go on until men change the laws in our mind and decide to go left, go another route. And I will say shout out to the men who are in the 53% black men who are childless and unmarried. Shout out to you, my brothers. Shout out to all the American men that's in the 50% who are childless and unmarried. You know what I'm saying? Because just because this system is not going to change the laws for you, child support, equal parenting and shit like that, even though it's not gonna change, you have the power to change the laws of your mind. You change the laws of your mind, you make your own rules, you make your own laws, you won't go through this shit 2 and 3 times. And shout out to the ones who ain't been through it no times. When I tell y'all this shit is real, this shit is real. See, once you go through the first time, you shouldn't be going through it 2, 3, 4, 5 times and 6 times, shit like that. So even though, again, the laws is not going to change for us because there's too much power and money involved and benefits, you have the power to do for yourself. You have the power to change the laws of your mind. White, black, blue, or green men out here. That's why I say shout out to y'all. And if they come out with that birth control for men, these motherfuckers gonna really be singing the blues.
How dare you do this to me?
Yeah. So yeah, let's continue. But I just want y'all to know, even though this is celebrity gossip and all this shit, whatever you want to call it, take heed to this shit. Because this was your daddy back in the day. This was you back in the day. This is somebody you knew back in the day. You know what I mean? This is why it's important to see things what it is to change the laws in your mind, men and women. Because a lot of you women are married or with dudes that y'all know are Will Simp. You know this dude is not a lead. You know this dude is not traditional man. He's not an alpha male. You married him because you thought you could change him, but yet you still holding his hand when you really don't want to. You can't even be a woman. You can't even be a submissive woman because you got to take over this dumb motherfucker. So you have to take heed and teach your daughters, don't deal with no type of man like this. You see it for what it is, move around and get somebody that's actually on your level. So this ain't just for men, but it's strictly for men because we go through this bullshit every day with this unjust ass system. M. Claire say, you funny as fuck. Hey, I'm funny, but it's the truth. Shout out to Hologram for the $5 donation. Says, a motor mouth social worker with 4 kids told me a father can't be forced out of a child's life. 6 years, rock, vape pens at her school. Man, you don't listen to no baby mama terrorists talking. Like you said, social worker with 4 kids, and I guarantee she ain't married at all. Even if she is married, guarantee you he's a semi-forcer, Will Simp Jr. at best. So shout out to you, my brother. Them social workers be the main one going to the family court talking about that I feel that the father shouldn't have custody of the child. Because the mama say so. So I don't entertain none at the state. They all work for the state. They all work for government daddy. They all work for child support. They all work for white supremacy. Shout out to Big Mike dropping the 999. He said, shout out to you, Mr. Palmer. Keep dropping the knowledge. And shout out to you, Big Mike Drop, because he just got done paying all his child support. Please hit the ones for Big Mike Drop for being done with child support and the baby mama terrorism. Shout out to you, my brother. Subscribe to his channel. He was on day before yesterday, I believe. He dropped some shit. He talk about different shit, man. So shout out to him for paying off that good old child support and surviving the baby mama terrorism because he been through a lot. Yeah. So let's continue.
She eventually decided to add Smith to her original moniker, but the issues in their marriage continued. They welcomed their daughter Willow in October.
Yeah, she decided to add the name, but it's Jada Pinkett-Smith. So she didn't drop her name. So she decided to add the name, but she didn't drop her name. Any motherfucker that you marry, say they not going to drop her motherfucking name, don't marry her. She's already a feminist at best. She want to be her own person. She don't want to be a part of you. Don't be a sucker. Don't be no sucker. So if she going to dictate just the name, what else you think she going to dictate? The kids, how things going to be. She has this ultimate say. She can do what she want to do. Yeah, Will Simp Jr. at best. Because there's a lot of Will Simp Jr.'s running around here You know what I'm saying? Doing the shit. Don Spence say he sent $2. You did? Let me go up. Let me make sure because I don't want to miss nobody's donation. Let me see. If you sent it in, okay. I see. My bad. I didn't see you. Don Sapansky for the $2 donation. Appreciate you, my brother. I don't care if y'all donate 99 cents. Something's better than nothing. Shout out to you, my brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. If I overlook y'all chat donation, please let me know. Let's continue.
October 2000, and Jada told BET's Rock Rants she had a lot of resentment and found it difficult to cope with the restrictions of parenthood. As Will's career continued to flourish, he noticed Jada would wake up many mornings in tears. In his memoir, he wrote that Jada made many sacrifices for their family and put her own desires on hold. Things got even worse when Will persuaded Jada to move into a massive 256-acre Calabasas compound that she didn't even want to purchase. In his memoir, Will wrote, "Nothing good comes from spending your hard-earned money on a family home that your wife doesn't want." So let's see. Not only was Jada against marriage and the ceremony, but she struggled through parenthood and was opposed to living in the lap of luxury with her family. But still, Will held on and tried to make their marriage work. He called his first...
You know what? It seems to me she didn't want no kids. She didn't want to get married. She didn't want shit. Seemed like the only thing she wanted was Tupac. And see what I'm saying? If you didn't want to have kids, that's what I say about a lot of you baby mama tears who choose single motherism. You didn't want no children, but yet you didn't prevent pregnancy. I don't get that. You don't want children, or you don't want children with this type of dude or with this dude or whoever, but yet you don't prevent pregnancies. And then when he knock you up, you're going to say, well, he knocked me up. So you telling me you was dumb enough to let him knock you up and you didn't decide to do a plan B? You didn't decide to do the shot, the patch, the pill, IUD. Hell, you didn't decide to just keep your legs closed and don't fuck the nigga you don't really want. But I'm the dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. Okay. Boy, hey man, Will Simp, married this motherfucker who disrespect him from day one. This is on him, but let's continue.
Divorce from Cherie, the worst thing he had gone through in his adult life, and he didn't want to go through that again. He started preparing for Jada's 40th birthday party 3 years in advance. On the night of the 2011 event, which was held in Santa Fe, he surprised her with a documentary he'd commissioned that chronicled her life and traced her family's lineage back to slavery. When they got back to their hotel suite that night, Jada told him that was the most disgusting display of ego I have ever seen in my life. Will was shocked. He thought he was being the perfect husband, but Jada was furious. They had an explosive fight, which led to a separation, and Will told her he was retiring from trying to make her happy.
Now, ain't that something? He prepped the biggest birthday party for his wife 3 years. And she said he was being selfish. Boy. That's why I say, why even bother? Big Mike sent another donation, my bad. Why even bother? That's what I'm saying, man. He trying to make her happy, please her. She's not a happy person. A lot of these baby mama ain't happy. That's why when y'all leave and y'all decide just to pay your child support and keep your veins cold, they still hate you. Even though they got another husband, they got more kids, they got another degree, they making more money, but they still hate you because you don't give a fuck no more. Shout out to Big Mike once again for the 999. Shout out to you, Mr. Palmer. Keep dropping knowledge. Facts. I will. Shout out to my brother. I didn't know you sent another one. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Let's hit the like button. We at 371. We got 240 likes. Let's hit the likes up to 300. Let's hit up 300. That's one thing that's free. Let's continue.
During their separation, he went to a tantric intimacy expert and visited a shaman to receive some doses of a psychotropic tea to help him cope. Eventually, he and Jada reconciled. Can you imagine spending 3 years planning someone's birthday party only for them to be unappreciative of your efforts? Well, many believe that Jada's attitude stems from Will being nothing more than a rebound relationship she's tied to. Jada has frequently spoken about her friendship with her high school friend, the late Tupac Shakur. Jada claims she and Tupac shared a kiss, but things never got physical between them. A poem Tupac wrote for Jada talks about their relationship, but tells a slightly different story. Will and Jada's daughter Willow.
And I'm gonna let y'all know, I think she lying about that. I think it was more. I think they did have sex and shit because it was something that Tupac wrote, and it didn't sound like no damn we friends and I kiss. Yeah, rebound. That's one of the worst things you could be is a rebound. Cause that means you a rebound just to pass her time or pass his time. That means he or she is not over the person that they broke up with. You just around so I can pass my time and keep getting this person out of my head. Hopefully it work and shit like that. Yeah, she lying. I don't believe that shit. I want to give a shout out to Worldwide Fishing once again, 1968 for the $10 cash out. Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, shit. That poem did say something different, man. And it sounded no goddamn friend that kissed one time. Nope. So let's continue.
Even wrote a letter to the deceased rapper. The letter, which was posted on Willow's social media account but was later deleted, read, "Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think that my mommy misses you. Can you come back so mommy and me can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do. Love, Willow."
You know what? I want y'all to hear that one more time because I want you to understand that his own daughter, Willow, wrote a letter to Tupac. Talking about, I know you're alive and I wish you'll come back into my mom's life so my mom and myself can be happy. You can't make this shit up. I would have left then. My kids don't respect me. They wish for a dead man to be the daddy, not me. I'll be walking on by like Isaac Haynes, this motherfucker. Walk on by. I'll be damned if I stay in the same house and deal with your motherfucking ass. Shout out to Roach for the $2 donation. He said, Gynocrats want the lifestyle but hate that they need you. Exactly. That's why I say anybody that say they're independent, but you get child support, you ain't independent. I don't give a fuck if he paying you $50 a month. You're not independent. You living a lie. You getting handouts. You getting government daddy's handouts. You getting child support. You getting alimony. You're not independent. Stop the cap. Shout out to my man Royce. Stop the cap. Just to let you know. Stop lying. Because you hear a lot of these baby mama tell somebody they strong and independent. And yet using child support money for your livelihood. So we already know how that go. I want you to hear that again what the letter said though when she wrote to Tupac.
Someplace, I think that my mommy, rapper. The letter, which was a relationship, but tells a slightly different story. Will and Jada's daughter Willow even wrote a letter to the deceased rapper. The letter, which was posted on Willow's social media account but was later deleted, read, "Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think that my mommy misses you. Can you come back so mommy and me can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do. Love, Willow." And when Jada shared Tupac's...
Can y'all imagine? I mean, hey, fellas, it's no different from y'all. Y'all alienated or you still trying to be a father, but the baby mama tears manipulate the child to call the other person daddy. It's the same thing. The only difference is, you know what I mean, is the nigga riding the house or he the boyfriend coming over, she writing to a dead person, but she wishing that somebody else be the daddy. It's technically the same thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure for Willow to say that means the mama, good old Jada, was saying so much good shit about Tupac that it came in her head to be manipulated that I wish Tupac was my sky daddy. You can't make this shit up. Nah, Will ain't no victim. Will is a volunteer. Will Simp is not a victim. He is a volunteer. A lot of these baby mama tears are not victims. They are volunteers. They play victim, but you are volunteers. So now I'm not here to say Will Simp is a victim. Nope. He volunteered it. Shout out to Brown Hornet 1975 for the 999. He said the sad thing is Will Simp is the real victim here. Chris Rock was just collateral damage. But this is what happens when you worship a female like she's your sky daddy. Shout out to you, my brother. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't think he a victim because he knew what was up and he chose to get her anyway, even though she really didn't want him. And even when they got married, he saw the signs and he still stuck around to the point where she fucked around with their son's best friend. You can't make this shit up. Shout out to you, though. I respect what you're saying, though. But to me, he's not a victim. He's a fucking volunteer. I mean, oh well, yeah. Brown Hornet I say he's a victim because he's so blindly in love with that female. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. But he's blind as a motherfucker. He's Stevie Wonder like a motherfucker with that. That niggas get set up for failure and he don't care. And he like, well, you know, for better for worse. What he say? Bad marriage for life. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Let's continue.
Lost Soul's poem in honor of what would have been his 50th birthday, online users went crazy. One person commented, Will Smith has been the best in everything else except in Jada's heart. In his memoir, Will admitted he felt tortured by the bond Jada and Tupac shared. Will told GQ that at some point, his and Jada's relationship stopped being monogamous because Jada never believed in conventional marriage. He told the magazine, "We have given each other trust and freedom, with the belief that everybody has to find their own way, and marriage for us can't be a prison." In 2011, rumors emerged.
Oh, what a sucker. I want y'all to hear that again. He made it like it was okay. Now, she said this was going to be if you want me to stay around. Open relationship so she could do what she want to do.
Will told GQ that at some point, his and Jada's relationship stopped being monogamous because Jada never believed in conventional marriage. He told the magazine, "We have given each other trust and freedom."
She never gonna get it. 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 She never believed in monogamous marriage. She didn't. And he said, we just keep it open because we're going to keep ourselves in a good relationship. I'm going to let Reverend X speak his piece one more again.
You fucking income fucking poop.
One more time for the dumb motherfuckers in the back.
In his memoir, Will admitted he felt tortured by the bond Jada and Tupac shared. Will told GQ that at some point, his and Jada's relationship stopped being monogamous because Jada never believed in conventional marriage. He told the magazine, "We have given each other trust and freedom, with the belief that everybody has to find their own way, and marriage for us can't be a prison." In 2011, rumors emerged that Jada was having an affair with her Hawthorne co-star, Mark Anthony, who was married to Jennifer Lopez at the time. A source told Us Weekly Jada and Mark never had a full-blown romantic affair, but they did get inappropriately close. From there have been countless rumors about the Smiths having an open marriage. In 2020, Jada eventually came clean that she had an intimate relationship with R&B singer August Alsina during a period when she and Will were separated. August also claimed Will gave his blessing for their affair. While people continue to feel sorry for Will having to share his wife with other people, he told GQ magazine that Jada wasn't the only one.
For those who didn't know, yes, she had an affair with Mark Anthony, and he was in a relationship as well. Yes, that's true. That ain't no lie. Shout out to my man Warch for the $2 donation again. He said she don't love Pac at all. Pac is a gynocrat tool. Yeah, Sky Daddy. Shout out to you, my brother. You know, they love thugs and shit, you know? Yeah, 26 more likes will get at 300, y'all. Let's continue.
One engaging in relationships outside their marriage. Is he referring to the 2015 rumors that he was having an affair with his Focus co-star, Margot Robbie? We're not certain, but it sure sounds like it. In 2018, Will told Rap Radar he and Jada no longer refer to themselves as married. Instead, they describe themselves as life partners. He added, "There's no deal breakers. There's nothing she could do, ever. Nothing that would break our relationship. She has my support till death."
I want y'all to hear that shit again. This is why I don't feel sorry for him. I want y'all to hear what he said again. She can't do no wrong. She can't do no wrong. And regardless of what she do, she has his blessings. You can't make this shit up. This is why I'm telling y'all. This happened to a lot of men all the time because y'all get into predicaments that you knew was a losing battle, that you knew wasn't gonna get no better, that you knew wasn't the right one for you, but because of XYZ, you thought you'll do it anyway. A lot of us fucked up and did that. You know what I mean? It might not have been as bad as this, talking about open relationships and cheating, but you know, just because she had money and she's successful, you thought y'all can be a power couple, but come to find out, she thinks she can run the house. But we didn't know. You found out after the fact, but it's too late. Now you're in the world of shit when you X out the motherfucker. So let's hear that again. I want y'all to hear it again. What Will Smith said.
Sounds like it. In 2018, Will told Rap Radar he and Jada no longer refer to themselves as married. Instead, they describe themselves as life partners. He added, "There's no deal breakers. There's nothing she could do, ever. Nothing that would break our relationship. She has my support till death, and it feels so good to get to that space." The fact that Jada never wanted to get married in the first place really explains the state of their marriage today. But perhaps she stays with Will because she knows she's free to do whatever she wants, and Will will stand up, protect her, and love her no matter what. In a 2008 appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Will stated, "Divorce just can't be an option."
You know, Esther Perel is coming to the.
I want y'all, like I say, divorce is not an option. Regardless of what's going on, he's gonna deal with it regardless. So anybody thinking that he's gonna divorce her, I'm gonna let Clay Davis speak that one. Shit. Ain't never gonna happen. She would divorce him first. So what I want y'all to see is the next one. This happened some time ago. This ain't nothing recent, but this is how much disrespect that this man was getting a long time ago. This motherfucker put him on social media without his consent. And when he told her, "Hey, don't put me on social media. You're going to fuck up my money. This is what I do." She didn't give a fuck. I want y'all to check this out.
Divorce just can't be an option.
You know, Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Don't. No, she.
See how she flipped the script? She dealing with foolishness because he told her before, "Don't put me on social media without telling me." She don't respect him at all. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She don't. Shout out to I'm gonna say Cole K or Cole for the $2 donation. I bet Will didn't even get a prenup. Hell no. If he that much in love with her, he did not do a prenup. Nope. He in California too. I guess is why he say he gonna marry her to the end. Because he say, if you break up, you gotta give her half. I'll let her get the half. Peace of mind is gold. I be trying to tell y'all. Peace of mind is gold. You got all the money in the world. If you ain't got peace of mind, you ain't got nothing. Shout out to Tom Cat for the $10 donation. She said, "Chi-Town raised up, Mr. Palmer. I'm taking the black women's temperature now. I'm about what they were cheering for a few minutes ago." You can't make this shit up. Shout out to my brother. I'm taking the B-Dubs temperature now about what they were cheering for a few minutes ago. Yep. Shout out to the people from Chicago. You know, I'm from Cottage Grove. Dumb nigga out Cottage Grove, that is 89th. Shout out to you, Tomcat, once again. Yeah. I want y'all to hear that again.
Without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Don't. No, because she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start I'm standing in my house.
Now you already said social media is my bread and butter. In other words, he got a rep up hole. Don't just put me on blast filming me, and it might make me look bad. Just like he did when he got up and slapped Chris Rock. I want you to hear what he said again. I want you to hear what he said again. Social media is where I get my bread and butter. He don't want to be looked at as a fool, get caught in a live. But yet, your dumbass got up and went live in front of a studio audience and to the world and slapped Chris Rock. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. And yes, she is definitely off code because she don't give a fuck about him. Ain't no code with a motherfucker that you married to that don't give a fuck about you. See, he said it then. Hey, I don't want you doing a shine a bad light on me for whatever because my bread and butter is social media. Why he didn't think that shit when he was at the Oscar? Because ain't that where his bread and butter in? If he would have said that shit to it in, oh man, he'd be on top right now. But since he decided to go left and do what she say from the look of her chinny chin, he got up, slapped Chris Rock, and now he's running to the rehab center. You can't make this shit up. If this don't show you men on why I tell you to leave these motherfuckers alone, keep your veins cold, wash your hands, move on, it ain't worth it, fam. You're going to die young for trying to take up for shit like this. Shout out to Perfect Blackness for the $5 donation. He says, I was told as a teenager that God watches over fools and babies, and Will is no baby. Jada is going to burn in hell for her treatment to Will Simp. Shout out to you, my brother. Let's watch it one more time and now go on to the next.
Because she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
Hey, you see this motherfucker purposely turn around and record him in there again? Even though he said, hey, don't record me. Anything to get her shine and her clout and her notoriety for her Red Table Talk show. I told you, she's only with him to get her clout up, make money, reap the benefits, use him, and if he decide to leave or she decide to leave, she'll catch that bag regardless. Anything for clout, even throw your man under the bus. That's why she said, I wish he didn't slap Chris Rock.
I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
The day after her 37th birthday, I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I hired a documentary team. I traced mommy's family roots.
I want you to look at these two faces, the daughter and the mother-in-law. Don't nobody in that house respect him. Nobody around him respect him. I want you to see their faces that he explained that, you know, I tried to do a big birthday party for my wife. It took 3 years, and she snapped out and said I was being egotistic for doing this shit. Look at it. Just look at that.
Her 37th birthday, I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I hired a doc.
She like, look at her. Look at her. Damn, you a goofy. Damn, lucky you got money, because I told her to marry you, but damn, I didn't know you was this much of a simp enforcer. Look at her. Ugh. I see why she got with Alcina. Wow.
Documentary team. I traced.
She looking down at him. Tupac, please come back. Please don't go away from me. I'll do anything. I reach out my hand to you. Come on home, Tupac. Sky Daddy, come back to me. Please don't go away from me. Please don't go away from me. I'll dig you up. Tupac, come back to me. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit, nigga. Look at this shit. Dude. Look. You've seen it yourself. He's sitting all happy and shit. Look, he telling the story of what happened, and he's so happy that he tried to set up a good-ass birthday party for her that took him 3 years. And they look at him like, damn, this dude's a lame. Tupac, please come back. And they all from Philly? Look at that. I'm sorry. Hit the subscribe button. We got 420 people in here, man. Definitely hit the subscribe button. I'm coming with real shit. I'm telling you about these civil forces, these feminist baby mama terrorists, and so on. And this is very important, because even though I'm joking around, I'm dead serious, because a lot of this shit is really sad, and I don't want nobody to be mad at punching walls and kicking somebody in their ass, you know, getting flashbacks. So I got to joke around, but I ain't lying with it. Look at their faces. Look at her. Look at her. Her head down. She like, man, whatever. Look at her. Look at Jada. Here we go. Here we go again. Yeah. And he the only happy-go-lucky motherfucker on there. Yeah, Boys and Man is from Philly. I know. Look, he the only happy motherfucker on there. And this her show. She like, Tupac come home. She like, damn, I really told her to marry your dumb ass, but we getting paid. She like, I really hate this marriage. He like, I'm so happy. Maybe that's why she lost her hair. You know, stressed about being married to him. Alopecia. But let's continue.
I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday.
Look at him. Look how happy he is. He like a robot. Our robot is shit. He proud. I'm proud. I did good, boss. I did good, sir. Yeah, Sky Daddy. Fuck out of here. Suck ass nigga. I don't want to try to see your motherfucking face. This, oh, he the only one who cared, yeah. Sharon say, stop, please. Hey, I can't stop this shit, man. This shit, I want y'all to get a clear understanding for y'all motherfuckers who said he did right protecting his so-called wife, who ain't even a wife. She's a partner. And I definitely want y'all to see how dumb that this dude is, staying in a relationship that no one wants a part of. I'm just saying. Let's watch it. I'll play it through.
Hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I hired a documentary team. I traced mommy's family roots. Her 40th birthday was going to be my thing.
It was going to be a splash.
It was going to be a splash. Mary J. Blige performed.
See how they come with that smart ass shit? And it definitely was a splash. And she's like, see, they didn't give a fuck about him. And you see how goofy he got? Look at her. Look at her like, really? I got to play it. I'm sorry. Look at her. Bro. And you stayed for 25 years? Yeah, okay. Ooh.
Birthday, I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I hired a documentary team. I traced mommy's family roots. Her 40th birthday was going to be my thing.
It was going to be a splash.
It was going to be a splash. Mary J.
Definitely was a
Blige.
splash.
Mary J. Blige performed. I debuted the film, all of that. It was going to be the thing that lifted her out of this midlife crisis. And it was going to be my deepest, most beautiful proclamation of love. And she's told me that the party was the most ridiculous display of my ego.
Ooh.
Crushed.
It's a goddamn shame what happened to Flip. Yo, I'm just saying that if that don't show you that he married somebody that he shouldn't have married and he should walk away, get divorced, whatever, then I don't know what will. And y'all said before it's gonna come on my platform talking about he did the right thing to go slap a comedian. Okay. And now he's getting thrown under the bus. His wife went against him. Everybody else side-eyeing him, everything else. Now all of a sudden, everybody's quiet. Ain't nobody got nothing to say and shit. Yeah. Okay. I want y'all to hear different comedians talk about Will Simp and what they had to say. Y'all saw some of the ones from the previous one when I had Corey Holcomb, Ari Spears. I think I had a few others, but here's some other people that felt that he was a dumbass for doing a dumb shit. This is Jimmy Kimmel.
And boy, did he do something. I mean, in one stunning moment, the night went from Oscars so what to Oscars so what? No one could have predicted the most controversial movie of 2022 would be G.I. Jane, but it was. This was the Hollywood version of your drunk uncle starting a fight, ruining the wedding, and then standing up and giving a long toast to the bride and groom. I was watching. I'm glad he did that. I mean, to me, there's only one more step to make this right, and that's the Comedy Central roast of Will Smith, hosted by Chris Rock.
This is Paul Mooney.
Y'all know who that is. This is Godfrey. And what Godfrey does, he imitates, let me get close to it. He imitates Paul Mooney. Rest in peace to Paul Mooney, where he talks as Paul Mooney when it comes to Will Simp and the slap that was heard all over the world. No, he wouldn't slap Godfrey. He wouldn't slap Jimmy. He wouldn't even slap Jimmy Kimmel. Hell, he wouldn't even slap Paul Mooney. It wouldn't have happened. Yes, and Jimmy Kimmel was spot on what he said. Let's see Godfrey.
It's Paul Mooney. Everybody, I know everybody saw the Oscars. Baby. It looked like the goddamn Source Awards. I mean, Will Smith, that's the blackest I've ever seen him act. I mean, he rocked the shit out of Chris Rock. I mean, for real. He left some fresh prints on his goddamn face. I mean, he was the real Hancock. That's real. I mean, Chris Rock, brilliant comedian, very funny. I didn't think the joke was that damn bad, but nigga, you got to read the room, nigga. Read the goddamn room. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, Will Smith, he's getting tired of pleasing these goddamn white folks. I mean, he's scared, those white folks. White folks were scared. They said, this nigga's gone batshit crazy. Oh my God, I'm telling you. Now, the safest nigga done ruined it for all these other niggas. Hattie McDaniel is rolling in a goddamn grave. I mean, come on. Now, they gonna open up the envelope on the next award and say, and the winner is none of you niggas.
My bad. I had the mic muted because I didn't want to hear the background when y'all hear the video. But what I was saying was, he's right. This is why a lot of venues of the elite will tell you, without telling you, we don't want no niggas in there. Because all Will Smith did was open up the door to say, hey, we don't want no black men up in here. We don't want no niggas up in here because this is a place of the high ups, the elites. You say you wouldn't like them other niggas. You wouldn't like the dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. You wouldn't like Mr. Palmer. You wouldn't like a Ramil. You wouldn't like a Minister Jap. You said you was better than that. and you come out here and do the same shit that they would probably do. Now, I wouldn't slap nobody at no award ceremony, and I would not slap no comedian over a fucking joke. That's the difference. You might assume I would because I say fuck child support, but I'm not stupid because I'm a thinker. I don't react like that. So, no, it wouldn't have happened. So, yeah. And I got to say this again. Shout out to Denzel Washington in the movie Glory when he told another black soldier, say you could march like the white man, you could talk like the white man, you can learn his songs, you can even wear his suits, but you ain't never gonna be nothing to him but an ugly ass chimp in a blue suit. So Will Smith always try to play the, the radio version. I don't get down like that, innocent, which is cool. And you could have kept that legacy, but then when you get up and slap Chris Rock, you was nigga, you was thug, you was creep, you was bully, you was everything but innocent. And now you just open up the door to say we can't even take rich niggas and celebrity niggas in our establishment. You can't make this shit up. So yes, he put a black eye in Black Image. Yes, the awards goes to none of you niggas because you will not be allowed for 10 fucking years. You can't make this shit up. But let's finish it off.
One, and then Chris going and hosting, so he was against the boycott. He was against the black movement.
Shout out to Damon Williams from Chicago.
They probably already had something going with him. Then for him to come at his wife, to be honest, Will was giggling and sounded like he was laughing at something previously. But he, when you're in the front row, you got the Hollywood smile on the whole time.
Yeah. He started from what I saw. He started laughing.
Right.
At the joke.
Then he looked at Jada, and I'm gonna do my best, Jada, because we got the same hairstyle. She said, uh-oh, I better grab my grill. I better grab my grill. Hey man, but so
you
so
trying
she
to
must
get us fucked up, man.
No, she must have geeked him up.
She had to. She had to.
So then he ran up there like, "I show you. You think I'm a punk? Watch this." But she should have stopped him because it's a bad look for us overall. And
I'm gonna tell y'all again. As a whole, for black people, particularly black men, it was a black eye. It was a stain. Out of all people, he did it. And just like classy young man said, he did stain everything that Sidney Poitier, Belafonte, Dandridge, McDaniels, and Lena Horne fought to stay away from ignorance. But you'll call him a sellout. But we already know who the sellout coon is.
Bitter milk coon.
Will Simp. Shout out to you, my brother. Classy young man. And again, this man is a doctor. He's a licensed, certified anesthesiologist. If he would have got up and slapped some comedian because of his wife, he'd have lost his whole livelihood because the bitch-ass wife told him, whether if it was sign language or she verbally said it, he disrespected me. And his dumb ass go up there and fuck up his livelihood because you lose your license, you got to go to another country to get it. You can't make this shit up. But let's continue. Let's hear what he said. That's him. It's a stain. It's a stain, y'all. It's a stain.
She had to.
So then he ran up there like, "I show you. You think I'm a punk? Watch this." But she should have stopped him because it's a bad look for us overall, and it all could have been avoided if Chris Rock would have just ducked.
All right. So the Oscars last night actually turned into the Source Awards. When I saw it last night, the first thing I thought was, wow, Ali punched Pookie. Then I thought, wow, I thought Kanye and I had beef. And then I got tremendously sad because it was a night that there were several things people should have been proud of. And even though the night I think turned out to be something other than people planned, there were a lot of moments to be proud of. Questlove winning, the fact that 2 women of color and 3 women in general were hosting the show. There were several people who were grateful and honorable. What I thought, and as to the question of whether what happened last night was right or wrong, when you hit somebody, that is illegal. And the only reason nobody didn't go to jail is because nobody pressed charges. So if you have a question as to whether that was right or wrong, if it's illegal and could potentially be a felony, it's probably wrong. If you told somebody you didn't like something somebody said and you punched him in front of people, you more than likely would go to jail. Having said that, Will Smith was integral in my life. When I was a warm-up for many years because I was on this show initially as a warm-up. I got fired because people didn't like me. Alfonso Rivera's father didn't like me and he got me, and I was fired. Weeks later, Will called me back. And I was a warm-up for the duration of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And he knew that I needed, back then, I think it was $10,000 in SAG due. You had to make $10,000 in wages to get benefits. Or you couldn't, he knew I had a family, and he was just remarkable. It was remarkable to watch what he'd become. It was remarkable to watch somebody who went from a rapper to a TV star to the biggest movie star in the world. And now on last night, he did something no other person, black or white, very rarely has done, achieved box office success and all of a sudden the critical accolades, the best actor. And that is not what people are talking about. I can say this, I like everybody else, I like everyone else that they can only speculate, but I can say this, planes don't crash because one thing happens. Planes have redundant systems in place, so that if this thing goes wrong, then things stop. When planes crash, you can believe that sequentially a lot of things went wrong. And that happens when people snap. And you only have to look at what happened. Like I like you, saw Will, hear the joke and laugh initially, and then something happened. Now I can't tell you what that was, what the trigger was, but I can tell you this. It seemed to be certainly more than a joke.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't care for DL Hughley like that. He's I'll let my man say it.
Bitter milk. Cool.
He ain't no fucking saint. He a simp enforcer too. Everybody queen. But what he's speaking here is actually the truth. And you had Will Packer that produced the whole Oscars. It was an all-black staff. It was a whole change of scenery out of all these years of the Oscars. But the only thing people are going to always remember is the slap that was heard all over the world. You're not going to be thinking about Will Packer. You're not going to be thinking about all the awards that broke records and shit. You're not going to be thinking about the Oscar award for King Richard. All y'all going to think about, all the media going to think about, all the people in the world is going to talk about is Will Simp slapping Chris Rock. So when people say that, yeah, it's going down the drain for Will Simp, it also went down the drain for everybody that was involved with this whole academy. So that's what I'm saying. You not only sabotage yourself, you sabotage everybody else because people had history that was made that day. But unfortunately, you're not going to think about Will Packer being a black man producing the whole damn ceremony. You're not going to think about all the awards that broke records for the Oscars. You're going to think about Will Simp slapping Chris Rock in front of the world. That's all. You're not even thinking about that damn Oscar, what he won. It's like it wasn't even worth getting. Let's finish it off. But I don't care for dude. I used to like him back in the day, but yeah, he went doing that Black Pro shit, but he got more women on his support team that pay him the bread. He won a collection plate pimps too, far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the 94th Oscars will be known for that slap. That's it. Let's continue.
Than that joke that day. You only had to look at what he said in his acceptance speech and how emotional he was and how he talked about the disrespect he had to take and the things that people had done to him. And I remember very early on that some of the things that people would say were more jealously based. But then later on, they've gotten more.
Shout out to K. I said, Mr. Palmer, damn, so Will ruin it for every black man now? What I'm saying is he ruined it for everybody, not just black, but this award show had mostly black people involved behind the scenes, producing, executive producers. They was doing the shit, setting up this whole award ceremony. So I ain't ruined, and none of y'all should be ruined. But I'm just saying it is a stain when it comes to black men or black men image, because they looking like if he's a motherfucker that'll snap off like that, shit. I know Mr. Palmer snap off like that, and I wouldn't. But they will look at me and say, shit, we know you would, being a nigga on the couch. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just black people, but most people that was involved behind the scene was black people. And a lot of people who wasn't black, they won awards, they broke records. They're not being known for that. Everybody took an L on this. Everybody took an L on this because of Will Smith. Everybody. Especially the blacks. Yeah, all black production crew for the first time, because Will Packer was the producer. He the ones that did all this. And guess what? You don't hear nothing about no Will Packer. When you talk to Will Packer now, they saying, what did you think about the slap? What did you think about the situation? That's all he talked about. Yeah, it's not a good look. So like I said, if they turn around and say we don't want no niggas at the Academy, we're not giving no black people awards for any Oscars, any awards, like they did back in the day. They didn't have blacks in there. They weren't allowed to come. You just gave them their old rule to come back. You gave them a chance to say we don't want them back, because we scared that we're gonna have another one slap somebody on stage. You can't make this shit up. Shout out to K Dot. Yeah. Let's finish up so we get this goofy out of here.
Sinister, more acrimonious, more mean, more hurtful. And I can tell you this, that a lot of the things we know because that information comes directly from that family. A lot of it. There is an entire verbiage. If you say entanglement, you know exactly what that means. That didn't come from other people. Now, of course, the public is going to pontificate and to guess and to rumor monger. That is only natural. That's what happens, and that's unfortunate. But to give them something they can use against you, to give them the club that then hurts you to the extent that you're crying about it in a very emotional way, seems to be counterintuitive. If the attempt was to protect your family and to protect your wife, don't look on the internet now, because some of the things they're saying are even more hurtful, even more hurtful. It is a shame that on a night that should have been celebratory, on a night where we saw things that we'd never seen before, we saw a thing we'd never seen before. And it's sad, but it says a lot about what we allow people to have access to and the things that we allow, that we hold precious, that we let people use against us. And not on purpose. I think it's great to try to be transparent, but there are things that come along with that. There's some of the things that people repeat and regurgitate and rumor about are things that come from that very family, and that's a shame. Now, if that's how you want to be, no one can stop you from saying anything you want to say, but understand who people are. When you're telling us, when you're crying, when you're emotional about something you've gone through, it was not just that day. It was a series of days. There have been some humiliating things that have happened. We all have those things happen in our families, in our relationships, in our business dealing. We just mostly don't have to do them out loud. But I would say this. I don't think you owe it to people to give them the club that they beat you with. I don't think you owe it to people to give you the knives that they cut you with or the ammunition they use to blow you apart. In the Bible, it says, do not get dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. And a variation of that is what played out last night. It was sad. It was mean, but it happened. And I think some of the things that people do to us, we give them the ammunition that they need. That's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hugo Show.
Before I let Ricky Smiley speak, I want to give a shout out to C Squared. Oh, C Square for the $5 super sticker. Appreciate you, my brother. Also want to give a shout out to E Moore. He says he's a new subscriber. I subscribe for the uncensored language. A lot of other shows trying to be TV friendly on YouTube. Well, the reason why I'm uncensored, because that's just me. That's just how I speak. And also,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
So I don't knock other people for not cursing. They do it because they want to get all the money they can and residuals from YouTube. When you curse and do other things, you get less. So that's why I look at the supporters to support this channel, not YouTube with AdSense. But I don't knock them. That's just them. You know, a lot of these cats, not everybody, but a lot of these cats play the role to be innocent Virgin Marys and shit when they ain't up with some hoe ass niggas. And they would throw you under the bus and try to make you look bad, just like a Will Simp would. So I just do me and just stay in my lane, fam. Shout out to you for subscribing to the channel. And yeah, ain't no filter here. I do have rules, but ain't no filter over here. I just speak the truth and I just speak it the way I see fit. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Let's hear what Ricky Smiley got to say. You know, he be talking about a lot of these black women as well. They don't like him. It's like he call them queens, but he call them no good bitches. You know, I guess when they talk about him, he don't like that. He ain't like that shit. But let's listen to Ricky Smiley.
Nothing at all justifies Will walking up, slapping the shit out of somebody while they on stage. Now, if I was Will Smith, and we all different, I'm just saying the way I would have handled this is when he told the joke, I would have got out of my seat, but I would have went to my left or to my right to get backstage. Find out, okay, when the talent come off stage, do they come off stage to this side or this side? Okay, they come out to this side right here. Okay, I would have patiently waited for Chris Rock to come on stage. And when Chris Rock came on stage, I would have been like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I would have took Chris Rock in a small room and I would have asked him, I would have been like, so what's up with that, what you just said about my wife? And I would have at least, because what happened is that would have given Chris Rock the opportunity to make the correction, right? That would have given Chris Rock the opportunity to say, hey man, I didn't mean any harm. Or, you know, hey, fuck you, I said what I said. Okay, if he would have went backstage and said, fuck you, I said what I said, then slap the shit out of him, if that's what you was gonna do. But did you give him an opportunity to correct? Did you give him an opportunity to apologize? Or you could have sat in your seat and said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And that would have been that. That would have been that. He would have went on to the next joke or went on to somebody else. You could have made your point without walking up on stage, putting your hands on somebody. Because I tell you what, if you'd have came up there and slapped me, he would have been limping back. All of Birmingham, all of Kingston, all of Airport, all of Center Point and Roebuck would have came out of me, and that person that I keep withheld. And I'm talking about I stand strong on my manhood, period. I stand strong on my manhood. And regardless of whether Chris Rock pressed charges or not, he should be arrested because that was assault. That was assault. Donald Welby, you on here, you're a police officer, that was assault. And the LAPD is, you know, it ain't about, okay, protecting women. How many people in the cemetery for making the wrong decision and doing it the wrong way? How many people are at Zion Memorial Gardens or at
See, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody in the fucking chat that he was talking to said protect women. See, that's why I say y'all motherfuckers get sent off. Y'all be coming to the bitches' defense that don't deserve to be saved. And then you wonder why you either locked up or you dead 6 feet in the ground. Just like he said. Just like he said. Yeah, I saw what Kevin Samuel said. He did speak the truth on that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Dude, I would not have got up to go smack him on the stage for everybody to see me look like a fool. I would have went to the back and spoke to him and gave him a chance to holler at me and respond to my wife and apologize. But again, these baby mama Teds will disagree and say, nah, he's supposed to protect his wife at all costs, even if it means look stupid lose his livelihood, and have his same wife that he tried to protect throw him under the bus. You can't make this shit up. And I'm gonna let Denzel speak on behalf of Malcolm X for you stupid motherfuckers that just don't get it.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
We got 442 people here. Let's get the likes up to 350. But I want you to hear that part. Somebody said protect women. That's why I say y'all are not protecting women. You are protecting devil's son-in-laws. You protecting baby mama terrorists. You protecting the same motherfuckers that don't want to be protected. The ones that say I'm strong and independent. The ones that say that I'm feminism. The ones that say I still love Tupac. I worship Sky Daddy. Yeah. See, let's hear that again.
Regardless of whether Chris Rock pressed charges or not, he should be arrested because that was assault. That was assault. Donald Welby, you on here, you're a police officer, that was assault. And the LAPD is, you know, it ain't about, okay, protecting women. How many people in the cemetery for making the wrong decision and doing it the wrong way? How many people are at Zion Memorial Gardens or at Carver Memorial Cemetery for making the wrong decision?
And you know what? Let's be real. For those who was in the gang, those who was banging, those who was involved in the streets, right? And you know I ain't lying. How many of y'all got to war with another rival or got into a gang fight because of a bitch or because of two bitches? How many of y'all got into war with other dudes because of bitches? Because she said he did this and the ops did that. Come to find out she was sucking and fucking the ops. But you going over there fighting her defense, and now you locked up or beat the fuck up or dead in the fucking ground or kicked out of school. You can't make this shit up. You think I'm lying? When I was going to school, I went to Harlan. Motherfuckers, a lot of time the motherfuckers went to war with each other was because of a bitch. Now, don't get me wrong. Motherfuckers got into it with dudes because of different gangs, gang ties, shit like that. But a lot of times they went to war because of a bitch. Over a bitch. Because she said some shit or she got into it with another female and these Simba Force ass gangsters come in and they fighting each other and the bitch is still sucking the ops dick. You can't make this shit up. So if y'all know this shit, y'all seen this shit, y'all been there and been involved in this shit, why do y'all still come out that we must protect these queens at all costs? Why do y'all still make it like you a sucker, you a whole ass nigga because you say, I'm not getting involved in that bullshit this bitch caused? Y'all seen this shit. Hell, you seen your mama, there was some piece of shit ass nigga and you knew she did some fuck shit, but dude finally push her, whatever, he get his ass beat by your uncles or shot by your grandfather. And y'all sit back and say your mama fucking victim? I'm telling you, if y'all don't get that Will Simp Jr. shit out of your motherfucking head, you gonna die young and you gonna die for nothing. Or you gonna go to jail for nothing. Cause that bitch gonna go out there and still suck that same nigga you stumped out's dick, even at the motherfucking funeral. You can't make this shit up. Yeah. See, y'all, I'm telling you, I know so many brothers got killed because of a bitch, whether she lied on them or whether he was trying to protect her. I've seen this shit happen. Black, white, blue, green. Comes to these bitches' defense that do not deserve to be protected. That's why I'm telling y'all, change the laws in your mind and move around, fam. They ain't worth it. You know who really deserve to be protected, shield, led, and all that. And y'all know the ones who should not. It might be your sister, might be your cousin, might be your friend, hell, it might be your woman. And you know damn well she ain't shit. But yet, you still come with the Mickey Mouse, Mighty Mouse.
Here I come to save the day.
You know what I'm saying? But they say women should be protected.
Or at Zion Memorial Gardens or at Carver Memorial Cemetery for making the wrong decision. You don't know what nobody past is and what somebody done been through for you to be out here putting your hands on somebody. You can't do that. It's called discretion. Control your anger, control your temper. Where was that same energy when you know when she emasculate, in my opinion, did she emasculate him at the red table talking about Tupac and August Alsina and entanglement? That's all I'm saying. I got time, babe? Oh yeah, we still got about 3 minutes. Okay. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You don't put your hands on nobody because somebody say something. Period. Put them to the side, go in the room, say, hey, what's up with what you said? Hey man, this was on the script, or it wasn't on the script, or off the top of my head, it was a bad joke. I would apologize to you as a man, respectfully apologize, and I would like to apologize to your wife, respectfully. Forgive me, Will Smith, for what I said. Give him the opportunity to make the correction if you felt that way about it. But no, you went up there and you snapped him. Did anybody go and ask Chris Rock, was he okay? Right? Did anybody go up there, go to Chris Rock and say, hey man, you good? You straight? You need us to handle? Nobody went to Chris Rock. Everybody just assumed that, you know what I'm saying? That you know, even if you felt like he crossed the line, is it okay? And I don't care what the emotion is. I don't care what about the past anger, or he mad about other shit or whatever. What if Chris Rock would have hit him back or kicked his ass or pulled out a gun and shot his ass? What if?
And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And if he would have shot his ass, they'd have probably charged him with having a gun in a certain space, but he wanted to be charged for murder, be self-defense. Y'all stupid. Shout out to Bakari for the $5. And they said there's a difference between protecting a woman is different than protecting a baby mama terrorist. Salute, Mr. Palmer. Protect yourself at all times. 100. Shout out to my brother. I want to give a shout out to DJ Elvis 504 for the $5 cash app. Salute you, my brother. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. I want to give a shout out to Hot Rod 926 for the $5 cash app. Appreciate you as well, my brother. You can't make this shit up, but hey, I'm trying to tell y'all that even though this is a celeb we talking about, he high up and famous and everything, this happened all the time, whether you're in the hood, the suburbs, with your family reunions and all this shit, school, relationship, husband, wife, this happens. What they say, this type of shit happens every day. We got to change the narrative. We better than this, man. This is why they don't take us seriously, because we stupid enough to get in some shit that we shouldn't be involved in. That's why I tell y'all, wash your hands and walk away. How many of you brothers out here, white, black, blue, or green, got a baby mama terrorist that's trying to make you fight her boyfriend or her husband so you can beat his ass, or you get your ass whooped, you go to jail, or he go to jail, and she still win because she wrote the blueprint to set you up for failure, all because she knew you were entertaining. You can't make this shit up. How many of you brothers who's trying to be a father and only be a father and stay away from that bitch, she got a motherfucking sympathy force for a boyfriend or a husband, use him to try to fight you, cause havoc, try to set you up so you can go to jail, or for you to get killed. Look what happened to Chad Reed in Texas, white dude going to see his son, pick him up. Baby mama Tess kept him out the woodworks, kept him hitting. Dude come out with the gun. He tried to fight dude with the gun. He killed, what's his name? Kyle Caruth, a.k.a. Kano. He killed him. And now the father's dead. The man who shot him will not be charged because the gang was set as he was the victim. It's a white dude. So that's what I'm saying. Ain't no man exempt from being sabotaged and set up from a baby mama terrorist. Al Karen, Al Walla Melnisha, Al Senorita, Al Zang, Al Chang and the rest of the gang. They all one of the same, fam. You seen one hoe, you done seen them all. Shout out to MPI for the 99-cent super sticker. Appreciate you, my brother. Y'all protecting the wrong motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all protecting women who not women. You protecting baby mama terrorism, feminism, and all them other isms. You protecting the wrong people. They wolves in sheep's clothing. That's why I say shout out to y'all men who live in a free agent lifestyle. For y'all men who live in MGTOW life, black pill, red pill, you know what I'm saying? Anything but blue. I salute y'all. I salute y'all to the fullest. Or the ones who in good relationships, the ones who in good marriage. So shout out to all y'all. Shout out to y'all who don't jump off, running off your emotions. Y'all thinkers and not reactors. Y'all learned the hard way the first time. You knew not to do it again. Shout out to y'all. Yeah. Hell no, Jada don't want him listening to me. Let's continue.
Come on, think he would have shot in the audience if you'd have yelled out, keep my fucking name, wife name out your mouth. I don't think he would have shot him then. But you don't want to put your hands on somebody. That's why a lot of people in the cemetery because of that. I don't care how deep his emotions is and what his past anger is about. None of that stuff don't matter. You don't walk up on stage in front of folks and put your hands on folks or whatever. You know, shit, it is bad jokes. But what the fuck you want comedians to do? Or we got to go and whisper in your ear, say, you know, whatever. Me personally, I wouldn't have did the joke if I knew that she's sensitive about or whatever. How do you know that he didn't know that she had alopecia? But I damn sure didn't know. I don't watch the red table. I didn't know. So if I go out there and do a joke or say something that was offensive or whatever, then I'm gonna, oh shit, my bad. My bad, bro. I apologize. I didn't mean nothing by that. You know what I'm saying? G.I. Jane was not a prostitute. G.I. Jane was a hero. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't the funniest joke, and it wasn't, I don't think, and then the question becomes, what was his intent? Was his intent to do harm? You know, and I don't know. And then you fucked it up for Will Packer. That was his big night. And nobody even know that you won the award because you went up there and slapped somebody. Nobody know that you won. And I'm watching people tweet like, stand up for black women. So it's a lot of single black women out here because their spouse is in the cemetery or whatever for not walking away or making a bad decision. You don't put your fucking hands on.
I want you to hear that last part. I like that last part.
Black women. So it's a lot of single black for Will Packer. That was his big night. And nobody even know that you won the award because you went up there and slapped somebody. Nobody know that you won. And I'm watching people tweet like, stand up for black women. So it's a lot of single black women out here because their spouse is in the cemetery or whatever for not walking away.
That's one of the reasons, but you got another reason. They alienate the father out the picture because of failing relationship and failing divorce. And because they had sex with a guy who said they didn't want to have no kids in the first place. And because they saw this dude was making 6 figures and he was a high value man, so she said, I'm gonna go ahead and get him on child support. Also, she had a kid with a motherfucker she knew wasn't worth a damn, and he was a deadbeat ass running a mill ass nigga. There's a lot of different factors. It ain't just because a man was shot down and he's buried in the ground. You have a lot of them who choose single motherism. So yeah, that's one of the reasons, but that's not the main reason. Yeah, what spouse? I got it. Yeah, so all the above, but nah, a lot of these motherfuckers single mothers because they choose single motherism. But then my baby mama terrorists who chose single motherism. So let's continue.
Or making a bad decision. You don't put your fucking hands on people, period. Point blank. Period. And that's that. That's my opinion. Independent practices. Tell them Ricky Smiley sent you. America's best.
It was early morning over here.
Let's see what Steve Harvey got to say. Now y'all know Steve Harvey. He's a simp, a simps too, you know. But let's hear what he got to say.
You know, man, but like I said, here's the thing of it. I understand that defending the honor of your wife. I'm that dude. But you're going to have to do something.
He didn't dishonor her.
For that. He didn't do that. That joke was not worthy of the reaction. If he was going to have a reaction, I think that Will should have done the man thing, was step to him afterwards in that press room. And if he wanted to slap Chris then, he could have slapped Chris in the press room and seen how it went. But see,
Will laughed.
But see, he laughed at the joke till he saw Jada's reaction. Yeah. Now, now, let me tell you something. That's a Hollywood move now. To go up there on national TV, slap another black man, turn around your back and walk off because you know he can't do nothing. See, I know this. I know he know this because Will been in Hollywood long enough. So now to turn your back and walk off, you're going to slap the dude and then turn around and walk off. You know in real life that ain't the way this going to go. You already know. But you know what, though? And Rock is a Jersey boy. So no. So, and I didn't think the moment was that. And I think he overreacted, like Carla said. He paid too much into the moment. His acceptance speech, that was raggedy, apologizing to the Academy. But here's what I think is going to happen. When this go down and wake up the right way, there's going to be some type of banning from the Oscars of Will Smith.
Yep.
Because look, they took Kanye off the Grammys for saying
a racial slur.
A racial
Trevor
slur
Noah.
about Trevor Noah. They took him off the Grammys. The Oscars is all Hollywood is about. It's their biggest moment. And for you to do that on their biggest moment,
they don't condone
night,
violence. They don't. The Academy does not condone
Denzel
violence.
told him right.
Yeah.
In your biggest moment is when the devil comes for you.
Yeah.
You should have handled that totally different, man. He owes Rock an apology.
But you know what, Steve?
A public apology. Just like you did that publicly. I was waiting for that.
Oh my God.
This is crazy.
Y'all heard what Simp Harvey had to say. And he was right. He should have talked behind the scenes. And it's how he did it. It ain't what he did, it's how he did it. Let's hear what Kevin Hart got to say.
What the is going on, man?
Yeah.
First things first, right? I opened up my phone. I go to my news feed. The first thing I can see, two of my best friends. I see one slapped up. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. I need to get in contact with Will. That's Philadelphia, man. That's my home. That's my stomping grounds. That's where I'm from. That's my guy. Rock. That's my guy.
Right when I was dozing off. Look at you.
I don't know what the hell's going on, man. I really need to get both of them on the phone so we can work this thing out. He slapped the shit. Oh my, man, I swear to God, when I see Chris, he better not say a goddamn thing when I talk to him. He slapped the shit out of you, man.
Kevin, what if that would have been you?
Know, he wouldn't do me like that. Well, he know better than that, man. He know better than the part. He wouldn't do it. But he slapped 4 seasons of Everybody Hates Chris out of Chris, man. He slapped the New Jack City out of oh my God. He slapped oh my God.
It ain't over with yet, y'all. I'm just letting y'all. I just want to tell y'all. See, a lot of comedians saying it wouldn't have been me. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. So that's what I'm saying, man. I think every comedian should be triggered and hurt by what Will Smith did. You know what I mean, to a fellow comedian, because he didn't have no jurisdiction to do that. And for y'all sitting before us to say, "Oh, he did right," you dumb as fuck. Let's hear what this comedian had to say.
Thank you, DJ. Cut that nigga off. Just play a little bit, just in case I say something offensive and that nigga walk up here. I just want to, hey, nigga, I played your song, nigga. Let me live, nigga. Da 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 da. How that nigga dance with aliens and slap a nigga? That's some bullshit. Is Chris Rock an alien? We don't know it because he walked right up on that nigga. I wish he had that little flashing thing so he could have forgot about that shit. That shit keep running through my mind. I was like, did this nigga just slap the fuck out of this nigga right here on white people shit? Cause that's white people shit. You know that is. We don't watch. We watch to see the two niggas. That's not.
You even got Lavelle Crawford talk shit. Ain't that what I said in my last couple of videos? I know he could wish he could do some Men in Black shit and go back to the past. Shit, this nigga probably took my shit. Cause ain't nobody would think about that shit but me. But let's continue.
Ain't that nigga movie ever been in that bitch except for Color Purple? That was our best nigga movie ever. That you told Harpo to be big Whoopi Goldberg, but ugly motherfucker. Danny Glover for male ugly motherfucker. They ain't never had Baby Boy. Baby Boy, no, it should have been at the Oscars. As much as BET put that bitch on, that should have been at the Oscars a long time ago. This nigga done slapped the fuck out of him. We ain't gonna never get to go. I ain't gonna never get a chance to go to goddamn Oscar now. I gotta drop white folks off and go about my goddamn business. Sorry, no niggas allowed. And they can say it. You like, all right, I understand. That nigga moment was a nigga moment that's gonna go down in nigga history.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So now if they say no blacks allowed, what can you say? I understand. Yeah, he said he got to drop him off and keep going because no niggas allowed. Shout out to the L Factor for the $5 donation. He said that Academy should offer Chris Rock a hosting gig every year for being so professional and keeping his composure. I agree with that. Shout out to you. I agree with that.
Will Smith was like a nigga too, slapped a nigga, and then came up and got a trophy for it. That's how you win, though, nigga. What? Pow! Then later on, that nigga showed his actors here. When the devil come at your pious now, nigga, the devil's in you. When you got up and walked out, and you don't even go to church, nigga. You don't even know when the devil already in you, because that was all a devil move right there, nigga. When you get your ass up in a brand new tuxedo and some fresh ass motherfucking shoes, walk your well manicured ass up there. And I know Chris Rock said, I know this nigga ain't gonna slap the fuck out of me. That's not Chris Rock hitting the arm behind it. I know this nigga ain't gonna slap the fuck out of me. We both have on tuxedos. Damn, that nigga stood there for a minute, and then the steam kicked in like, God damn, that nigga just slapped the fuck out of me in front of all these white people. Chris Rock got a reboot like a motherfucker. That's called a reboot, nigga. That nigga, he hit a whack slap. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Not in front of the white people. You don't do that shit right in front. You could have pulled a nigga behind the curtain and slapped the nigga. They would have known what happened. All other 5 niggas in the audience was like, oh my God. Did this nigga just do this? And white folks sat back and just like, well, that's what they do. White folks were so happy that niggas did that shit. See, I told you, let them in. And that's what happened. Give him his fucking award, tell him that bring his black ass back. All over his wife. And nigga, I understand he love his wife. I love her too, because he loved Jada Pinkett for one reason. That woman, besides being his wife, she saved him a lot of money on her products. She ain't got a... What? Fuck that nigga. I know she got alopecia. We didn't know till the day afterward. She been bald-headed a long goddamn time. Don't you uppity niggas try to get up here and be shocked. Oh, fake ass niggas trying to act like she wasn't bald before this shit. I hate niggas always trying to ride on somebody's coat. Fuck that shit, nigga. Some more bad motherfucker got her hair cut short and beautiful. She ain't tripping and shit. How the fuck you gonna do? No, bitch, you want to look like a mannequin, and that's what it is. Tired of motherfuckers trying to fake the fuck. Oh, he loved her. No, he didn't. No, he the fuck did. Nigga, if I was Chris Rock, I'd have put 9 in his ass. Cat. Yeah, we already there. We might as well take it to the next nigga level. Shit. Get jiggy with it. Pow. Back to it.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, dude probably sleep with 3 C-packs for the night, because this dude actually cannot breathe, and he lost weight. He need to lose some more, but he was telling the truth. Sound like shit I said before. He was telling the truth though. Y'all niggas didn't know what an alopecia was. Hey, I ain't know what it is. I just call them bald head hoes. And y'all motherfuckers talking about he wrong for calling her G.I. Jane because she got a deadly disease called alopecia. That's what I say how dumb niggas is. That's why the community is so fucked up, because they think they smart. But they the most smartest, dumbest, educated motherfuckers on the planet. Especially the one with the degrees. Fake outrage. I told you they have selective outrage, man. He went online, and y'all come running to this bitch's defense, shopping as suckers. That's why y'all do, just shop as suckers. Yeah, he sound like he got asthma to the 10th power and shit. He lost weight and he still can't breathe. He got to do some more weight loss shit. But let's hear Mike Epps speak his piece. Bald head hoes.
Back to it. Smack the dog shit out of Chris Rock. Yeah. That's probably why they'll never let a like me come near that shit. What would I did? Shit. When he turned his back, I'd have ran and just kicked him in I'd have threw a chick as they started all this shit in the dick. It was cool until she did like this. And they said, oh no, you were going to fuck my shit. She been bald headed. I ain't never known her to have no hair. But she did have hair. See, that is a little twig right there. I talk about everybody because my talk about me. My baby mamas, them bitches had me on TMZ all.
Welcome back to the channel once again, fam. So
y'all heard Mike Epps talk about a little bit of shit. Let's watch this little documentary clip right quick. I'm gonna dissect the shit, then I'm gonna get back on the couch. Let's hear this shit.
This is a little new and a little
also it's 323 likes. Let's get the likes up to 350. We got 400 still watching. Let's get the likes up a little bit more. That's one thing that's free.
different, I guess you could say, at least different than what most things are at this point revolving around this issue. But Will Smith was never asked to leave the Oscars after he slapped Chris Rock, apparently. In fact, the opposite seems to be true, potentially. He was told by the producer of the show he could stay, and this is according to sources with direct knowledge who were present. But you know how that goes. Take everything with a grain of salt. But as you know by now, the Academy said Wednesday they had asked Will to leave the Dolby Theater after the slap, but he refused. 3 sources who were at the ceremony and witnessed various conversations told TMZ, yes, after the slap, Academy officials were backstage with Will's reps, and there were heated conversations about what had gone down. Reportedly, there was a split among the officials. Some did want him booted, but others didn't. There were various discussions during several commercial breaks, but they never reached a consensus. Allegedly.
So, as you see that they really didn't escort or try to get him off out of the show. They was arguing back and forth. Half was saying, get him out of here. Other was saying, nah, let him stay. He's Will Simp. And I think that's what really happened. He was who he is, so they didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to MGTOW Flights for the $5 donation. Appreciate you, my brother. J Speed, shout out to you. You know, you are a comedian. I ain't open up the chats today, but I open up for you because you was a comedian. So when I do open up for J Speed, and I ain't open up for nobody else because I ain't doing the panel today. We've been paneling about this off and on for this whole week, and I believe last week. But I'll let J Speed get in after we do this because he's a comedian. He be involved with the Hollywood shit. So shout out to the Ghost J Speed OG.
Officials. Some did want him booted, but others didn't. There were various discussions during several commercial breaks, but they never reached a consensus. Allegedly, Will was aware there was talk about asking him to leave the theater. During one of the commercial breaks, Oscar's producer Will Packer walked up to Will and said, "We don't want you to leave." Will Packer walked up to Will Smith just after 8 p.m., around 35 minutes after the slap. That's when he told Will he could stay, according to those sources. Will won the Best Actor award around 5 minutes later. But it's interesting. The Academy's first statement about the incident never even mentioned Will Smith by name. As the day went on and outrage grew, the Academy became more aggressive and went in hard on Smith, saying he took an aggressive stance and refused to leave. In a preview clip of Packer's upcoming interview on Good Morning America with TJ Holmes, he revealed that the Los Angeles Police Department was on the scene on Sunday night and ready to arrest Smith if Rock wanted to press charges. They were saying, this is battery, was a word they used in that moment. They said, "We will go get him. We are prepared. We're prepared to get him right now. You can press charges. We can arrest him," Packer said. They were laying out the options, and as they were talking, Chris was being very dismissive of those options. He was like, no, I'm fine. And even to the point where I said, "Rock, let them finish." The LAPD officers finished laying out what his options were, and they said, "Would you like us to take any action?" And he said no. He said no.
And they said, would you like us to take any action? And he said no.
And there you have it. So the only question I can honestly think to pose at this point is, or I guess technically it's 2 questions if we're being, nitpicky about it. What do you guys think? Do you think the Oscars actually asked Will to leave and he refused and it's going to be some kind of a, black man wouldn't leave kind of incident yet again? Because we know.
Hey, look. Even O.J. Simpson had something to say. He said it was unfortunate. I think Will was strong. Look, I understand the feeling in my life. I've been through a lot of crap, and I was raised with 2 young kids, and every comedian in the country had an OJ routine. And don't think I wouldn't want to slap a couple of those guys, but you got to accept it's humor. I didn't think that that was that egregious. I thought it was semi-funny joke. So even O.J. Simpson, who's been definitely ridiculed for, he allegedly X'd out Nicole. He was locked up for trying to steal his trophies and shit back. You know what I mean? He served time in jail. Even he said that it is what it is. It's humor. Even he said it. And he's the one who allegedly, yak. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Even this dude said, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I do all that. I wanted to, but it's a joke. You got to accept it. It is what it is, fam. Now, he said this shit. He said it. He said it. Michael Chi, I don't want to read none of it, but I had to say O.J. Simpson, man. Even he said it. And remember, I showed y'all that Richard Williams, even he said it. He said, we don't condone causing violence. He teaches to be defense. You know what I'm saying? To be defensive. Only hit when you have to. So when Will Simp try to use King Richard and Sky Daddy God, the fake God, and why he did what he did, because love make you do crazy things. Even King Richard came out and said, "No, that ain't how you roll. You supposed to be on defense. So you can't make this shit up." But yeah, OJ, even OJ said it.
Black man wouldn't leave kind of incident yet again, because we know how that usually goes. Or are they just gonna ride this cancel wagon because, well, generally when entities of that size tend to associate with people that have been canceled for whatever reasons that they tend to be canceled nowadays, like breathing too hard, are they just riding that wagon because, you know, they've come under fire themselves for things?
Oh, I'm gonna read this one. Tiffany Haddish, she said, "When I saw a black man stand up for his wife, that meant so much to me. As a woman who has been unprotected, for someone to say, 'Keep my wife's name out your mouth, leave my wife alone,' that's what your husband is supposed to do, right? Protect you. And that meant the world to me. And maybe the world might not like how it went down, but for me, it was the most beautiful thing I ever seen, because it made me believe that there is still men out there that loves and cares about their women, their wives." I'm gonna let Denzel Washington, not Denzel, I'm gonna let Rev Next respond to that.
Bitch, fuck all y'all.
And this is why Common left her ass, and now she's dealing with a 23-year-old rapper by the name of Pooch. You can't make this shit up. These are the ones that say protect women when these motherfuckers don't want to be protected because they strong and independent. Common said, "I ain't getting caught up in that shit. Let me go on about my business." And allegedly, Tiffany Haddish said that Common is weak. Nah, he's just not stupid enough to do no sucker shit for you.
Things in the past. We'll see. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And with that, we've been I Got the Dirt TV. You guys have been great as always. Be sure to keep it locked here for the latest updates, the latest trending stories, and the latest breaking news. And we'll catch you guys on the next go round. Be safe in the meantime. And you know I mean it. Peace.
Oh yeah. Let me read Nicki Minaj shit, because you know, here's another one. I love Chris Rock. I don't think he would have made that joke if he known that Jada recently shared but between him and his whole team at the Oscars. You telling me that not one of y'all heard this woman just share this heartbreaking story? Hashtag, come on, son. Here's the thing. And this is such an amazing eye-opener example of it. The husband gets a front row seat to his wife's pain. Here's another motherfucker talking about she was in pain. And y'all saw pain when she was talking about Tupac in 2010. That was pain and hurting and tears and shit. She wasn't in pain. But let me continue. Here's the number one. He's the one consoling her, drying her tears behind closed doors when the cameras go off. Social media has made people feel that these husbands won't ever run into them in real life. Like I said, you can't make this shit up. Another one.
You fucking income fucking poop.
And a lot of these dumbass Watermelon niches make these they fucking saviors. They call her the female Kevin Samuels. They say this is her motherfucking motto. This is a motherfucking queen. It's a mother nature. She tell y'all in her rap music to get money, pimp niggas, be independent, but yet she's married to a motherfucker. You can't make this shit up. And on that note, I'm gonna let Denzel speak on behalf of Malcolm X.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Peace.
Yeah. Hey, J Speed, I just put the link in there. I just want J Speed to come on And then I'm getting the fuck back on the couch. It's raining like a motherfucker out there. I'm salty. J Speed, even though y'all know him as the nigga that caused havoc in everybody's YouTube space and YouTube channel, J Speed is also a comedian from California, and he be having an inside scoop when it comes to celebrity shit, gossip. And he's also a comedian as well. I want to give a shout out to Jackie Jack for the $5 cash app. She says, great breakdown. Fire. Shout out to you, Jackie Jack, my sis. Yeah. J Speed, what it is, brother?
What's going on, Mr. Palmer? It's been a while, and I'm gonna start my shit off with jokes from the beginning. All right, and then I'm gonna break y'all. I'm gonna drop y'all some dimes today, so y'all can quite understand what y'all been talking about for the last week or 2 weeks now. All right, OJ himself, for a man who allegedly supposed to got away with something, be the last person I take advice about somebody who just got away with something. That would be Will Smith. Now we take Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey has been allegedly charged with abusing his woman and giving her drugs, and that's why he's not working in Hollywood like he used to. That's a scoop within itself. Now, let's get to Will Smith and Chris. Regardless of what Chris do, he don't get to make that call. And the reason why he don't get to make that call because he's a made man, just like Will Smith. He's a made man in Hollywood. And y'all got to understand this. Y'all can't take y'all natural life that y'all live on an everyday life and deal with what they deal with in Hollywood. Hollywood is another organization. It's a secret society within itself. You understand? Once you make the A-list, you don't get to make certain decisions as far as how you move and how you attack another actor in the A-list. It's just like the mafia. You understand the code of the mafia. You don't get to kill a made man just because you got some anger. You have to get permission. So when we see Chris I don't care who he hired, he don't get to make that decision. Hollywood gets to make that decision for him. And so that's what y'all got to understand. You got to understand, regardless of how you feel about Will, you got to understand that Chris Tucker was able to go on national TV a couple times and laugh and joke and slap white men on the kneecaps. And you think I'm lying? I can Google it and pull it up for you.
Wait a minute, Chris Tucker or Chris Rock?
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris Tucker. Misspoke. You know how I'm getting a little old at Miss.
No, Chris Tucker?
No, Chris Rock. Chris Rock.
Oh, Chris Rock.
You know, I'm getting a little old. So I can pull up Chris Tucker with Jerry Seinfeld and two other white guys. And they just sat around and talked about and used the N-word. And I mean, they used it with the hard auras.
I saw that.
You saw that, right? I got it on one of my shows. So I'm telling you, there's been a...
Wait. When that happened, though, who came to his defense, though?
Listen what I'm just saying.
No. I know. Before you tell, you're right. But who came to the motherfucker's defense when dude from Seinfeld said the N-I-G-G-E-R?
Right, but Seinfeld never said it. It was the other guy.
It was the guy on the show, but who came to his defense?
Probably Will, Oprah Winfrey, all these people.
Oh, you don't know. You want to know who came to his defense?
Who came to his defense?
Before I say his name, I'm going to say this.
Better milk.
It was Jesse Jackson.
Okay, maybe so. Because Jesse Jackson has got himself tied up in some stuff too. But what I'm trying to say here, Mr. Palm, it's a different society when you make the A-list in Hollywood. No different it is when you make the A-list in Mafia, all right? So we look at things through the way we would live our normal life and how we would handle a situation. But let me just give you a little bit inside joke too. And this is not a real joke. Every comedian who's out there mostly talking shit about what happened, all of them, I can tell you 4 of them. And one day we're going to have this in the back check. 4 of them has been pulled off stage, slapped the shit out of right at their own concerts. So I'm telling you, they know who. I mean, we say things like jokes. We look at things like jokes. But I can tell you, I don't know one comedian. When I was in the Nation of Islam, and these mostly the 3 of the guys who got pulled off stage were from guys from the Nation of Islam, pulled their ass off stage. I remember one time Dr. Khalid Muhammad was in the audience with his wife, and somebody said something about the way, and that comedian got pulled. I say, so let's don't act like everything the comedian get that rights to say anything they want to, because we know they don't. If they did, they would be talking about Jewish people and be talking about gasoline and fire and ovens and all that like that. We don't get to say everything we want to say just because we're a comedian, and especially when you get to be an A-lister. I don't know what the inside of what happened with the discussion about if he was asked to leave or not asked to leave. There's a lot of wheels are being spent now. But I'm gonna tell y'all, don't get so wrapped up in this and y'all don't understand y'all dealing with a secret society now. And what you might think as a common man and a common woman is something totally different what happens in Hollywood. So I just wanted to break that down to you so you'll understand. Will come from a side. Think about this. Will come from a side. His first big show. What was his first big show on TV?
Who, Will Smith?
Yes.
Fresh Prince, for what I know.
Yeah, you're correct. Who was the Fresh Prince father?
You talking about biological father or the father?
No, on the show. On the show.
Ben Vereen.
No, I'm talking about. Well, who was his uncle?
Oh, Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil, right?
Right.
Uncle Phil was known to be a flaming what? The person who produced that show.
A rainbow.
Huh?
A rainbow.
Yeah. The person who produced that show was Sam, who was known to be a flaming what? So what I'm trying to tell you, there's two sides of this organization going on. Now, who picked Jada Pinkett? Who picked her?
I don't know.
Bill Cosby. Right?
Well, you mean for a different world? Yeah.
Yeah, he picked everybody, handpicked everybody on that show. Okay, so you got two sides. You got the rainbow side and you got the freak side, right? But this is all in the same little organization, right? They're really supposed to be fighting against each other. And these, what y'all keep saying about marriage and stuff, if y'all knew how many marriages in Hollywood are arranged marriages for one way or the other, it would make y'all sick.
Oh, I believe that. I know that. Actually,
and the one we talking about right now,
yeah, it was
it's an arranged marriage.
Everything that you saying, I already know. I ain't saying everybody.
I know you. I'm just speaking to the audience.
Yeah, I mean,
I know you're smart, man. You don't wear that goddamn fuck child support hat for nothing. I know you're on top of the game. But I'm just speaking this out to the normal audience who will be responding to what they see in front of their face versus understanding what's going on in the background. So you got two sides. You got a homosexual, I'm gonna say the alphabet people, or what you say, the rainbow people.
Alphabet gang.
We don't want to get that thing going.
I call them alphabet community.
Okay, alphabet community, and then you got the freak side community. They've always been at odds with each other, but they're all into the same organization. So J.D. Pinkett comes from the freak side. Will Smith comes from the rainbow side. You understand? Not only did he was on a character on the show that was probably the number 2 or 3 show in Hollywood, but even he had a role playing what? You understand where I'm coming from now?
I'll say the last part again.
He had a role with a whole movie around homosexual lifestyle.
Yeah, he did.
Right?
He did. He was an alphabet.
Okay, so what I'm trying to tell y'all, what you see in your face, we can't categorize it as what we would do with normal people at normal time. So take a step back and look at this drama where it's going to play itself out. That's all I'm asking y'all to do, because you can get all, over the top about something. You don't know what's going on in the background. Just like we might be at war, Hollywood is at war too. There's certain people right now are fighting against how much power that the rainbow have now versus the freak bows have. You see what I'm saying? Every picture you see now has to have some kind of rainbow character in it, or family. Or you understand?
Yeah.
Every major picture now. So they are fighting. They are fighting in that organization right about now. That's why I walked away from it, man. Because they'll start trying to tease you with stuff. That's why I walked away. Most comedians get on stage to get into Hollywood. I was already in Hollywood before I got on stage to do comedy. And so I did the reversal. So it's not like they could put shit in my face and bait me in, or what I would say, get suckered into that weirdness one way or the other. So I just wanted to drop them kind of dimes to y'all people, let y'all understand. Sometimes you have to take a back step and understanding the situation right in front of your face. And I know you know these things, Mr. Flux Child Support, Mr. Palmer. who be down on the street, putting his boots on the street, laying on that sofa, telling y'all the truth. Me and this brother came into each other. We was in disagreement, but you know what? One thing we understood, if we want black men to do better, then we got to come together even when we might disagree. It's not what we disagree on about. It's what we have in common to move black men forward. Hey, y'all have an amazing weekend, man. Thank you for letting me up. Drop them little dimes I did.
Yeah.
And
you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thank you. And thank you to the chat room for being patient. And you know, I just had to drop that for y'all, man.
No, for sure, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Salam.
All right, salam.
And yeah, Uncle Phil was a rainbow. Uncle Phil was a rainbow. Carl from Family Matters. Family Matters a rainbow. George Jefferson. I used to love Amen. I love the Jeffersons. He was an alphabet too. The guy who played back in the day, the first Martin Luther King movie that came out in the 70s, and he acted on 227. He acted on a lot of shows and movies. He was an alphabet. It was quite a bit of alphabets that we used to love as actors and stuff like that was actually alphabets. You didn't find out till after they died or years down the line. You know, and let's be real, we're not surprised about Hollywood having selective marriages and shit. A lot of that shit is to build fame and power couples and stuff like that. It'd be arranged. You know what I mean? It's for looks. And even this situation, he married her. He married somebody that didn't want him. You know? Yeah, so it's a lot of that, you know. But when it's all said and done, after all this we talked about with the Hollywood and the Illuminati and these two splits within Hollywood, because you got the feminists added with the alphabet community because one want to rule over the other. So we know that's a fact. But here's the thing though, it don't take away a Will Simp getting fucked over by his own family and getting fucked over by his own wife. And before I go, I'm gonna show y'all this, and y'all seen this a couple of days ago about Jada wishing he didn't slap. Jada didn't slap Chris Rock. Then I'm getting back on the couch. And even y'all saw in that little interview when it came to Will Packer, all they talking about is what happened to Will Smith. They ain't talking about his success, producing this shit, having a black cast behind the scenes and shit like that. That's why I told y'all, man, he fucked it up for everybody, not just himself. He fucked up for everybody. All you gonna remember is all you gonna remember is that slap that Will Simp decided to do to make a name for himself. I don't know who was higher between the two. Truthfully, between Chris Rock and Smith, I don't know, bro. But I want y'all to see this before I get back on the couch. This was posted April the 6th. Jada Pinkett-Smith wishes Will had not slapped Chris Rock. She threw him under the bus big time. She threw him under the bus. Jada Pinkett-Smith wishes Will had not slapped Chris Rock. Because she see all this shit is going down the drain. As the slap continues to ring loudly in the ears of pop culture, it is now being reported that Jada Pinkett-Smith, so you go, Jada Pinkett-Smith, she couldn't take off the Jada Pinkett, she had to add that dash, wishes that her husband Will Simp, had not confronted Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars. This is what she said. The Girls Trip star is reportedly not angry with her superstar husband, but wishes he didn't get physical and is in agreement that Will Simp overreacted, U.S. Weekly reports. It was in the heat of the moment, and it was him. Overreact. See, look, it was in the heat of the moment, and it was him. Will Smith overreacting. She pointed the finger. He did it. It wasn't me. He caused it. I didn't tell him to do nothing. He did it. He was in the heat of the moment. He overreacted. He knows that. Jada knows that. They're in agreement that how he overreacted, the publication stated. Pinkett-Smith, who first came to fame on A Different World sitcom and then even soared higher through the gritty urban classics like Menace Society, Set It Off, does not amplify the type of woman who needs others to stand up for her. So she's saying off the top, I don't need the type of help to stand up like other women do. So she's saying I'm not that type of woman that need to be protected. I'm not the type of woman that need to be led. I'm not the type of woman that need to be shielded. She's letting everybody know he didn't have to do shit for me because I'm a strong and independent. But yet you married the motherfucker because he had more fame, more money, more to lose if you decide to make a move. You can't make this shit up. You strong and independent, Miss Feminist, but yet you married him for what you can get from him, whether you stay or don't. You can't make this shit up. Check this out. This is what one of her people, her PRs told her, or people, or spokesperson. This is what she said. She's not one of these women that needs protecting. So I want you to know, women, for all y'all women who got a husband or got a significant other, and he's the lead and he know his role and shit, she's saying that y'all basically some weak downgrade pick-me's. She said that she's not one of these women that needs protecting. He didn't need to do what he did. She didn't need protecting. He didn't need to do what he did. She didn't need protecting. U.S. Weekly states, she is not a wallflower. She's a strong and opinionated woman, and she can fight her own battles, but she stand with Will. How you stand with Will, but you throw him under the bus? You can't make this shit up. Listen, she's a strong woman and opinionated woman, and she can fight her own battles. These are the same ones, these are the same types, fellas, that y'all go out here and fight, come to save the day, and die and go to jail for. Yeah, she is a walking contradiction, but she's talking that feminism at best. Shout out to Pastor Darby's.
Feminism was the lie of the serpent in the ear of the woman.
This is what she said. So not only did she throw him under the bus, she's telling the world and him, I don't need him. I don't need him doing shit for me. I don't need him to protect me. I'm strong and independent. Let's continue. As most of the nation is aware by now, Smith stormed the stage during the Oscars to slap rock after the comedian joked that Pinkett-Smith could star in G.I. Jane sequel due to her shaved head. Pinkett-Smith had revealed on her Red Table Talk show that she suffers from alopecia, an autoimmune disease that causes massive hair loss. Now, I told y'all what causes massive hair loss. It comes from radiation. It comes from stress. It comes from medication. But mostly it comes from motherfuckers that put other people's hair on top of their head, a.k.a. hair crowns, a.k.a. head hub caps, a.k.a. Jiffy Pop, Mr. Ed Tails. Pulling your hair and tightening this shit like that will cause your hair to lose and have patches. Not no autoimmune disease and all this shit. See how these baby mama tears make some sound so bad, so evil. Actually, alopecia sound like a baby mama terrorist. Yeah. But let's continue. After returning to his seat twice, Smith twice roared, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." After the smack, Smith won Best Actor Oscar for the movie King Richard, where he apologized in his teary acceptance speech for his behavior. The Men in Black star later offered his mea culpa to Rock and then resigned from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science. He is also the subject of an investigation by the Academy that could lead to suspension or exposure for an indefinite period of time. Just know he got 10 years banned, so he won't be able to go to the motherfucker for 10 years. Meanwhile, major movie distributors and streaming services have halted the production of several Smith's movie projects, including the biopic of his life and Bad Boys 4. So yes, Sony and Netflix put a halt on the projects he was going to be coming out this year. How long it's going to last, I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of shit is going down the drain. He loses money. He's losing respect. He's losing it all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Michael Palmer. And I ain't related to this nigga. I don't know the nigga. But what is the why you got N-word all through here and sue me? What's the point of that? What's the point of that, bro? I just want to understand what is that about before I get back on the couch. I know you said Will Smith was a beta male, and I agree with you to the fullest. He's definitely one of these beta male. Cool. What's the purpose of the N-word all across your typing and sue me? Sue you for what? Who sue you? Me? I just want to know before I get the fuck out of here and get back on the couch. Yeah. No relations, y'all. No. He ain't responded, but like I said, man, y'all definitely need to take heed to Will Simp. So now he's banned for 10 years. His movies that he had coming up that I wanted to see is at a halt now. So now he's losing money. The people that's working behind the scenes for the movies are losing money. Directors and writers and everything else is all losing money. His wife threw him under the bus. His daughter been threw him under the bus when she said, Tupac, come back to me and my mama to make us happy. Your son, he ain't said shit, but he still wear dresses. This what happens when you get with somebody that don't want you, but you feel that it will change, and you thought your money and your fame and status will make her change. And not only that, she has sex with your son's best friend. And I don't see how a 16-year-old would be friends with a 24-year-old. I ain't open up the panel today, man. I got some shit to take care of. I got to go to my cousin viewing and shit. That's why I ain't open up the panel. Now, your son's 16 and he's the best friend of a 24-year-old. Not a cousin, not an uncle, nothing like that. This motherfucker was a best friend. But, it is what it is. But I hope you guys realize that trying to die for these baby mama terrorists ain't worth it. And be thinkers, not reactors, because you the one got a lot to lose if this shit blow up in your face. Not her, because all she got to say is, I wish he didn't do it. And I'm a strong black woman. I'm a strong white woman. I'm a strong Latino woman, all them motherfuckers. But yet, when they get divorced, they want half your shit and child support. And now August is coming out with a 6-figure book to talk about him and Jada Pinkett. Allegedly, R. Kelly reigned. So I hope y'all take heed when y'all stay with people that don't want to be bothered with you, man or woman. You know what I mean? Y'all definitely hit the like button. Y'all definitely subscribe. Definitely share this shit. Will Simp is definitely guilty. Jada Pinkett, she's guilty, but it's Will Simp's fault because he chose to get with somebody that didn't want his ass. It is what it is, fam. Stop getting bitches that's for the streets who want to stay in the streets. Oh, you answer me? Oh, let me see what Michael Palmer got to say. Michael Palmer said, because you go around calling one another this all day and long is endearing. It's only offensive if Whitey says it. If it was that offensive, it should be regardless of who said it. That's all. I never said I had a problem with saying the nigga word. I don't care if a white dude say nigga. This ain't the channel, bro. We don't do that. If a white dude call me a nigga, I'm not gonna beat his ass. I'm not gonna stomp him out. I'm not gonna slap him. I will record it if I can. I don't run off my emotion, bro. So when I say nigga, I say nigga. I'm not the type to say, well, I say nigga, but he can't say nigga. But at the same time, you play at your own risk. If you're a white dude calling somebody a nigga, you playing at your own risk for you to get knocked the fuck out. But this ain't the channel where I say, man, you can't be calling white folks shouldn't say nigga, but you know, I could say it. Nah, you play at your own risk because you get knocked the fuck out being a black dude calling another black dude a nigga. So nah, this ain't the page, fam. Like I told y'all, Michael Palmer is not related to me. I don't know this nigga. So I don't want y'all thinking there's somebody I know, because I don't. Maybe he is a Palmer. And if he is related, you sound like one of these simple forces that I don't fuck with in the family. You know, one of these let me see. Better man, cool. This ain't the channel where I talk that fake ass black pro shit and say, don't say nigga, but I'm saying nigga. Come on, man. We don't do that over here. Just like this alphabet motherfucker that came up here earlier. We don't do alphabet. You can come on here and speak your piece, whether you disagree or agree or the subject we talk on, but don't come with no goof ass off the wall shit, fam. So nah, this ain't the page where I say, well, if a white man call you nigga, you just beat his ass and stump him out. Because if I'm telling you, don't go on stage and fight a comedian, I'm telling you, it ain't even worth trying to go fight some white dude to call you nigga. There's other ways to handle that shit. Sue his ass. See, like I said, y'all, change the laws in your mind and stop assuming what the fuck I mean when I say what I say. Just ask me. I get it. You knew. I never seen you before. But like I said, this ain't the channel, fam. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Michael said I'm an exception. So that's what I'm saying. I don't come from that, bro. That ain't me. Maybe it's the fuck child support hat you see. I don't do that. I'm telling men, do not go on trying to fight for a bitch that don't want your ass. That's not worth it. I'm telling you to think outside the box. What everybody else think, whether it's in the black community or not, we got to think differently, because a lot of men are dead and locked them in jail because they run off their emotions. And I don't need more men, black, white, blue, or green, dying because you trying to protect some bitch that don't deserve to be protected. That's all too, especially black men, because I'm black. Now, shout out to the Bell 5000 for the $5 donation. He said he wasted and lost so much money. Excuse me. Damn, let me take that long. Hold on. Got my throat dry. Shout out to the Bell 5000 for the $5. They said he wasted and lost so much money on Jada, he could have fed all the African a box of chicken and a fly swatter. You stupid as fuck. You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. Hey, fam, I'm letting y'all know right now. This ain't the Hotep YouTube channel, man. We don't do black pros over here. Black pros and fake slow taps ain't nothing but civil forces in the skies, man. So the shout out to the real pro black, shout out to the real Hotep, but these fake ones, man, we don't do that shit over here. We don't do switcheroos and spinneroonies over here, fam. That ain't what it is. You know, man, we talk what's right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't give a fuck who you is. Red Wine say the black guy using the N-word earlier as far as Academy Award was funny. Yeah, it was. Yeah, man. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go live tomorrow because my cousin's funeral is tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay for the service, but I don't know if I'm gonna do the repass. If I do, I probably don't go live tomorrow. I'm not sure. If you don't see none preset, then if you don't see none by 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, then I doubt I'll go live. If I do go live, it'll be later on. I ain't got no topic. I'm just talking some shit, hanging out, man. But again, whether if you in Hollywood, you rich, you famous, you in the hood, you in the suburbs, we have to change the laws in our mind and stop doing the same old bullshit that's been going on for all these generations. And that's protecting the people that do not deserve to be protected. Because when it's all said and done, you locked up, you dead, she's still out there sucking that same dude's dick that you was trying to fight for. So like I said, y'all have a good weekend, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all be smooth. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support. Peace. Before I go, though, I'm going to leave out with the pump and dump for this. Then the baby mama terrorist. So shout out to me and Ramil. We got a lot of shit popping, shit coming out in the future, and I'll keep y'all posted on that. Yeah. Stop trying to say these baby mama terrorists don't deserve to be saved. Mr. Palmer. You got to do what this hook says. Just make sure you take that condom and take it with you. All you gotta do is let's get it.
Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes.
Yo. Hit the bitch once, don't call her back. Hit the bitch once, now falling back. Going to my phone, I tell her I ain't home. I ain't trying to tell her that the hair was whack. Bitch get mad, I fuck around, get smacked. I ain't really trying to go through all that. Say you want the truth, but I know that's cat, bitch. I'm an OG, don't fall for the trap. Talk me back and get dropped. Raise the voice, the bitch block. Think you the only baddie out here that shooting shots, bitch stop. I ain't like these simp niggas that open doors and wanna hold your hand. I'ma be the side dude inside you, see back to your man. Hoes say that I'm toxic. Nah, bitch, these niggas lost it. Lame niggas gassing up your head. I don't like pics, you get dick instead. Got hair while smoking on the endo. Then put the bitch in the friend zone. So many hoes can't worry about one. So I'm pumping dumb hoes, yeah, one of done hoes, yeah.
Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes.
Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. I don't give a fuck about nan, bitch. These simps are the ones you control. Simping forces, son husbands, blue pill, the sideline haters. You wanna talk, I'll see you later. I don't wear a case, so I can't save ya or date ya. So what's going on? I'm coming to your home looking for some dome. You don't get down like that with the fuck you rat, then trip, bitch. I'm staying home. But here's the kicker, she wanna ask for dough like I'm one of them niggas. I ain't got shit. Walmart's always high, ho, so you better find your ass some business. I ain't got time for that fuckery. I don't play games, I stay sucker free. I'm Mr. Palmer, better recognize me. I know you get down, you belong to the streets. Stop playing games, holler celibate. Saying your body count is irrelevant. Man, you were just an embarrassment. Another pump and dump, baby mama terrorist.
Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes. Pump and dumping these bitches. Pump and dumping these hoes. Pump and dumping these bitches. You know how the shit goes.
Baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. Riding around, try to play the Romans, innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake hellos. Behind closed doors, she rocked them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong. Knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focused on the wrong shit, worrying about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
Bitter milk, cool.